right. Just a small recap of where we left off. You guys were in Conrad Hills. It was a southern kind of like swamp town. Used to be an old mining town, but now regentrified and trying to change with the times into like a tourist destination. There's a music festival that's going on there called the Aquarius, the Summer of Aquarius. So, the whole entire town is showing out for that. You guys, however, in town, because Agent LP gave you guys a hurried call and asked for your guys' help. Once you guys got there, you found her, phased into the wall, just stuck there. Essentially been carbonated into the wall. Halfway out the wall, just sticking out there, obviously dead, with sigils and runes around her in her apartment. You found a couple clues. You guys tried to act upon them. But at the end of last game, you guys decided to split up and go do some investigative work in two different areas. One group, which was, let's see, was it Agent X and Zoriel and Nadira decided to go down to the lake to find a gentleman named Kirkland Roberts, who is just a crusty old person that's been doing weird and nefarious activities. And then Electra decided to go off with the young man she met and the foyer of the apartment building that Agent LP was in, and to have a look around town. So, with that going on, who would like to do what?
It sounds like we are going to Mystery Lake Mystery Man.
Mystery Lake Mystery Man. Fair enough.
Weird Kirk?
What am I going to ask Weird Kirk? That is a great question. I'll probably come up with something.
That's right. Okay, so you guys are heading off down toward the lake. And you guys aren't heading down to the lake just because it's in a swamp. So the lake is pretty much you're just walking to the lake. In the distance, you see there's a huge, what is a lake with kind of trees and like mangrove type trees sticking out of it. A couple boats on it, but in the distance out on an island outcropping, what you guys see, it looks kind of like a drilling platform for oil. But that belongs to the energy company that is here in town. That is basically the new benefactor of the town, which is called, what's the name of that? Blah, blah, blah. New Gen Energy, which is also, by the way, funding the summer concert festival right now. So when you guys get down there, you see people down by the lake, they're camping. You see a houseboat, and you see some kids out there talking to like a crusty old guy who's wearing, his trench coat, some flip-flops, and he's got kind of like a little pith helmet on, and he's just talking, kind of scraggly beard, and people going about their business. Some are camping and stuff. So what are you guys doing?
Is that who we are coming to see?
Weird, crusty, by the lake. That could be Weird Kirk.
Well, I think there's only one way to tell for sure. Kirk!
He looks up, kind of looks over at you, smiles, and then waves you on.
That's him.
And you see he's handing stuff to like some of the teenagers and other people around him. And, they're kind of walking off waving. And, he waves you guys over. You guys show up.
So at the moment, I just want to be sure this is Agent X, Nadira, and Zoriel, and Electra's still on the date, correct?
Electra, it's not a date. She's doing investigation.
Yeah, the
of
investigation.
Her heart. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, she is going to the mines at some point. That's her primary directional goal, but...
Yeah, but the mines is like lookout point around here.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
Like maybe a 7.
Yeah, exactly. You managed to get to the mines at 8 o'clock at night. There are other people at the mines as well.
Everyone's couple. Sometimes there's 3 people. Who knows?
Exactly.
Right.
But yes, the gentleman waves you guys over. Looks you guys up and down. And I'm assuming right now you guys are not in your full regalia. I'm assuming you guys are subdued.
Shirt.
You got a shirt. That's right. Fair enough. That's,
Full regalia.
you know, maybe where you're from, that's normal. But we all just walk around with our hairy belly sticking out around here.
I feel like Nadira is overdressed for this festival, but not in full regalia.
Okay. He says, come on over. What can I do for you? Are you guys, you looking for something that brings you up? Maybe something that brings you down or evens you out? Or maybe something to wet the whistle? And then he opens up his trench coat and he has a pair of Speedos on and a tool belt. And in the tool belt, he has Zimas. And
Good.
he goes, what would you care for? Something to wet the whistle. And he pulls out one of the Zimas, pops the top, holds it, reaches into the tool belt, grabs like a big boba straw that you would drink boba tea with, sticks it in the Zima, and ooh, that's refreshing. Come on over. And he kind of puts his arm around Zoriel and brings you in close. He says, what can I get for you? What can Kirk get for you? Oh, you got something on your face. And he kind of puts his hand right on your face and wipes something off. It could have been all the meat you've been eating lately. And he says, come on over. What can I do?
Zoro gets in real close, like he's going to allow him to go ahead and finish wiping him off, and then grabs one of the Zimas out of his waistband and a straw. Yes, I'll take this one.
Yeah, room temperature. Go at it, young man.
Actually, Mr. Kirk, we were looking for whatever my friend LP got from you last.
Ooh, LP.
Living
And,
in an apartment that away.
Ooh, no, I don't know any LP. But are you 3 here for the festival? Come on over and sit with Kirk by the fire. There's no fire, by the way. It's a campfire that's not lit, and he's got a couple milk cartons that you would find behind like a grocery store, and some like cinder blocks for like seats around. He's like, "Come on over and have a seat. Have a seat." And he takes his foot and puts it across his leg, which he's just wearing that Speedo and the tool belt. He reaches in the tool belt and grabs his nail clippers and starts popping off toenails. Ooh, got a little meat with that one. But you do notice the bottoms of his feet have like a metallic sheen to them. Like a coppery metallic sheen mixed with dirt, whatever detritus and refuse he's been walking in, and just a big helping of sad. And he's just
in LP's apartment, right? There was like metallic dirt, or
Yes, there was like a trail that faded out as it left the apartment.
Zoriel, Nadira, and Agent X, each one of you roll me a D10, and high roll gets it.
I got an 8.
8, 1, and
4.
4. Okay, Agent X, are you wearing your sunglasses, or are you letting people look into your soul?
Oh, glasses.
You got the glasses?
Sunglasses. Yep.
Okay, that's good, because like a nail like right at your eye. Ooh, sorry about that. You know what? On the house. And he like reaches into like the coat and comes out with a big handful of like that black and orange Halloween candy, the taffy. And he puts it in your hand. Sorry about that. Straight one. I should soak him first, but I'm not. I gotta get going.
He's holding the candy in her hands and just crunch.
By the way,
it
looks like it's hand wrapped. It doesn't look like.
don't want any of your damn candy. I want to know what happened to my friend. Now, what is the metallic shit on the bottom of your feet?
Shit on my feet? He looks at him. He kind of turns his foot up. Yeah, that might be some shit. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Now, you guys want to buy some? You want to buy some weed? Some of this Zima? You guys want some mescaline? Ibuprofen? I got a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. You know what? You three look like you like to party. Old Kirk knows when somebody wants to party. Tell you what. You three want to party? I'm throwing a party tonight. Y'all should come by the party. Yeah.
I think we'll be skipping.
What's that? What'd you say, Michael?
I think we'll be skipping the soiree.
That's your loss. It's your loss. Plenty of Zimas. We got some Pabst Blue Ribbon. We got a little bit of everything here.
No. You can keep your lukewarm waste Zima to yourself. But we would like, I'll ask politely, for a sample of that silver metallic substance on the bottom of your feet. Where did that come from?
I'll let you scrape my feet for $10. And he puts his foot up. $10. I'll give you 15.
Agent X, pay the man.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Take what you need, but use all you take. So do you guys pay him? Okay. So you pay him, and he puts his feet up. One has manicured nails. The other one he hasn't gotten to yet because he hasn't switched to the other leg yet. The other one, a little bit gnarly. Toenails that look like used pistachio shells. But you know.
Hey, one of you guys do this. I'm not.
Well, the bottom, they look a little bit better.
Zorio will grab the unmanicured foot and holds it probably higher than what he should.
And
as he's trying to scrape it off.
And when you do, you guys get a nice shot of the tool belt and the Speedo. And the razor bumps from where he tried to shave his thighs.
Oh.
And,
Woof.
But you do get a sample.
I hear aloe works wonders. I don't know personally, but I've read.
Can't penetrate the bottom of this, and you see the bottom of his feet look like they've wrestled with pumice stones, and the pumice stone lost. And the bottom of his feet look like if you melted a plastic bag. So it's just burnt, and it's got a lot of texture on the bottom of his feet. But
There
he does
should not
say
be that much texture.
Yeah, there's a lot of texture. He's got a lot.
Kirk,
try to walk a mile in his shoes, but he's
my
like,
dear.
He doesn't wear shoes.
Kirk, my dear, your feet, the strange metallic substance, we found it in our dead friend's apartment, and, well, it's on your feet, and that doesn't look good for you.
What are you looking at? And he takes his foot and he's holding it up. And he goes between the toes. Now, what about this? It's not right. This is nature, son. Or no. Yeah, that's right, because you're playing a female young lady. This is nature. It's all over the place.
First, I'm far. I appreciate it, but I'm far from young. Secondly, it may be natural, but how did it end up on your feet? Why were you in the apartment?
I wasn't in an apartment. Old Kirk's been down by the lake, hanging out with the youngsters, giving them candy, stuff to drink.
Did this substance get on your feet down on the shore?
He kind of takes a step back, rubs his scraggly beard off in his hands, a little bit greasy, sucks on his teeth a little bit and says, "You should come back later where we can talk. Right now, old Kirk is doing business. Can't do business with people. You're messing up my vibe here. You're messing up the vibe."
Kirk, what are your off hours?
Oh, come by around 7 when it's a little bit darker. Usually I go to the concert. I'm here right now. I'm doing a little bit of me time right now, trying to
No, clearly.
do me.
Clearly, yes. Yes, please do you as much as necessary.
He pulls the straw out of his Zima and starts pushing back the cuticles on his big toe that's sitting in his lap.
7 p.m. it is.
7, maybe 7:30. We'll see.
Yeah, 7:15 sounds about right. Wouldn't want to rush you.
That's right. Oh, Carcasia. And then we cut to the idyllic scene of this town of Conrad Hills. As people are driving by, you know, in their cars and stuff, trying to find parking, walking down the streets. A lot of people eating these pumpkin and vanilla empanadas that they've given by what is it, a book club that meets in town. And Electra, you're walking with, what was this gentleman's name?
Carl.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite name. And Carl says, hey, I met some really cool people, and they were asking about stuff too. Are you guys together?
Can you describe these people? Because maybe. I know I'm here with some friends.
There's one, he was a jock, and then he had his little little skinny kind of skeevy friend and their girlfriends. And you know, he walks you around the corner. He says, there they are over there. And you see an old conversion van, and you see a couple people outside it, you know, just kind of setting up. And you know, they've got their like chairs, they're like, you know, lawn chairs, and they're cooler. And he waves at them, and they wave him over. And you know, he introduces you to them. He says, this is Frank. That right there is Dobie, but people call him Skeevy. That's Delilah and Thera. And he introduces you, and they all kind of welcome you in to their little group. Yeah, we were just going to go set up. You know, we were probably going to go up to that processing plant you were talking about later on, Carl. Did you want to come with us? What are you doing, Electric?
Well, just how old are these people roughly? Just a range.
They are young adults, so just out of high school, maybe just into college. You know, 18 to like 21.
So Electra's age, roughly.
Yes.
So yeah, she's being a typical young adult with him. So she's granted a processing plant. I know.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go down there. You know, after in a little bit. Skeevy, get Scooter. Let's go. And Skeevy opens up the back of the van, and this Great Dane kind of hops out, and they all head up walking down the street toward the old processing, the coal processing, or not coal, but the copper processing. Did you go with them?
Oh yeah, Electra wants to make friends with the Great Dane because puppy.
That's right.
There's this brief moment where she loses that like cool girl persona that she's kind of trying to cultivate, and it's just like
right. That's right, and the dog loves you. This dog is incredibly friendly. It hops up on you because it's a Great Dane, so it is gigantic. Yeah,
it heads up like right here on the
yeah, exactly. Trying to like kiss you like on the mouth with its big sloppy face.
She's dodging that one.
That's right, and Skeevy's like pulling back, and but yeah, you see that, you know, Skeevy tells you as you guys are walking there that, you know, that there's Frank and Delilah are a thing, and he came down here with Frank, but he's going to try to hook up with Thera, and you know, and they've all got like a type where like Frank, he looks like, you know, like your all-American go-getter. Delilah looks like you know, like she might have been like a prom queen. Skeevy, complete wastoid, and Thera looks like the brains of the group. And you know, they all kind of, you know, welcome you in. That's right, and they have a dog.
And a van.
They do. So you guys all end up.
Is this the moistery machine?
That's what I love it.
If it wasn't, it is now.
I don't.
I know exactly. Yeah, they have a humidifier in there and everything.
I can't believe I said that because I absolutely hate that word, but I can't. I couldn't not. Oh,
Really? Moist
Oh,
is the
this-
greatest word.
no, that's not a great word for me.
But yes, it is
Too
the
bad
moist.
you named the vehicle.
Yes, exactly.
No.
Lots of lotion in there too.
Oh, I regret every moment of that.
That's right. Got some like St. Ives. You got some Eucerin. You've got every brand in there. They
They're a well-hydrated group.
yeah. Frank says my mom works for Mary Kay. We get this stuff cheap. But you guys get to the processing plant, which kind of looks like it's sinking a little bit, like the ground underneath it is kind of giving way. So the whole building is kind of askew. Chain link fence around the entire thing that says keep out. The swamp has basically retaken this place. But you can see there's graffiti all over the walls. Windows are broken out. You can tell there's plenty of places where people have actually broken in. And when you guys walk in there, you see that there's, bottles all over the place. Little campfires. And what are you doing, Electra?
I'm just kind of looking around, her observations are obvious, but her processing of those may not be quite so. She's definitely looking around, looking like, okay, where can I find some fun spaces to roll into and have some fun? It's kind of her general look.
There are plenty of places. There's upper levels where it's almost a scaffolding. You see that there are places where once there were machines, but those have been taken out. So there's just big areas where there are pipes that go nowhere, and pieces that would fit to like one localized machine, and the machine's no longer there. There is scaffolding like above you where people can walk across, ways. There's pipes going everywhere. And then there's the lower level that now some of those parts, like you'll look, and some of them, there's water in them. Beyond this place, going down further behind the building, it goes off to the lake, and you can see the lake in the distance through the trees. Give me a perception roll. Perception plus your investigation. Add those together, subtract 5 from it, and then roll the bones and tell me what you got.
Perception.
PER. It's an attribute.
Okay, there it is. As well as +1. 2d10. This investigation. Well, that's a that is a 7 grand total.
Okay, it is a partial success. So with that partial, you hear stuff moving around underneath you, down in the levels that are semi-submerged, like the basement level. So you hear, kind of splashy noises down there, like something's moving down there. Kind of slogging through the muck and the mire down below.
She's definitely gonna kind of look down at that kind of her feet. People routinely go swimming down there?
Oh, I don't know, says Carl. He says, usually I don't go down there. Usually we're outside. There's a fire pit if you want to, go hang out at the fire pit outside.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk, and I could show you my Instagram feed. I got some really cool pictures of some dragonflies. He says.
Oh. He sounds
No way to girl's
sensitive.
heart.
Yeah.
Liz.
Mom's in your ear.
Yeah. I mean, but it's cool. Whatever you want to do, whatever. he says.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
we're going to split up, says Frank. And their group kind of splits up with Frank and Delilah going one way and Farah and Skeevy going in another with the dog Scooter.
All right. I wouldn't mind poking around the processing plant just for a second, but I kind of have a thing for old architecture and like rundown places.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll go with you. You can kind of tell Carl doesn't want to go, but Carl's he's biding his time. He's biding his time till he makes his move. That's right. He's going to bend like a reed in the wind.
Oh, no. Nah, you don't think it's haunted, do you?
One
One of those religions?
That's right. That's right. So, what is Electra doing right now?
Making her way towards the lower level, just for
Okay.
one of the nearby entrances.
Cool. You go down the metal, kind of graded stairs. When you get to the bottom, it's moist. It's not water, but you can tell there's water bent that's come up to here. And the walls are covered in mold. Concrete walls, pipes above you, the lights that don't work anymore running above you. And it just goes off to a funky abyss because it really stinks down here like swamp water.
I might have some regrets, but I'm going to push on.
And you feel like a little arm around the or a hand around the back of like your upper arm as Carl just kind of holds on to you.
Yeah.
And so and then you feel another hand on your shoulder as he's kind of behind you. Just to keep you safe, he says.
You watch my back, right?
Hey, back.
Yeah, she's going to pull out her cell phone for the flashlight, tell him to watch his eyes before she turns it on, just because that flashlight could probably be bright. But yeah, she'll.
Yes, it will be. It does illuminate the area because it's so dark down here that any light is a lot of light. And you go up down the hall, you can see that there are roots and stuff that have insinuated themselves into this corridor, running, kind of wild into the piping and stuff like that. There's dangly roots hanging from like the ceiling, and it is incredibly musty down here. And as you continue to walk, I'm sure you guys have, like when you're walking someplace or you're driving past someplace and you hit that area where you can tell there's a dead animal someplace and it hurts your teeth, that just that gets you like on a primal level where you're like, I do not like that smell. You start to smell that smell as you walk. Are you going to continue on?
Carl, question. How much exploration goes on down here? Very much? Not much, I'm guessing.
You just get like, your potheads who come down here and your gamers, like people come down here and dress up and, play like they're vampires and stuff and just Satanists, just people who come down into abandoned buildings and do weird stuff. Maybe like, the Ronnie and his band will come down here and film their little music videos and put them on YouTube, but his music sucks and he's only got 30 views. And most of them are Ronnie and his mom. He just keeps on talking.
No.
But
she's going to press on. Does it look like there's copper deposits on the ground or anything?
Yes, you will see like in some places the water will push, like there'll be like a sandbar and it's just full of copper and trash and whatever muck and goop might flow in here or flow from some other place. So you do see areas that have this coppery, sand around, or just copper, I guess, would be sand. It'd just be granulated copper and stuff. but you do
Does-
see.
Yeah, does it look like it's getting thicker the further in she goes, or is it just kind of about the same level throughout?
About the same level.
Okay. She might poke her head into like the next door she comes across, but if it doesn't look like it's changed or anything, she might head back up with Carl because she didn't want to stumble upon a dead body.
Fair enough. Do me a favor and roll your will plus your resistance if you have any. -10. Let's see. Do you have any resistance? Hey, you
I
got
do.
4 resistance. So you have a +5, -10. You have a -5 to this roll.
Well, that's a 4.
Okay, so this is what you see. You poke your head into a room, and you see what looks like these giant, clear sacks with veins coming from the ceiling, and inside of it is fluid with partially and sometimes not partially decomposed bodies inside these bags.
Yeah.
And you rolled a 4, which means you failed, which the technical term for that would be you lose your shit. You just, your mind is blown. You have seen everything until you saw today, and you just see these sacks hanging from the ceiling with these just decomposed bodies in them. Some look like the top part where the liquid, like where their heads are kind of sticking out of the liquid, normal. As it gets down, just starts to disintegrate into like just a slurry of bones and people juice. So that's what you see. But anyway, Nadira, Agent X, and Zoriel, you guys are walking. Where are you guys headed to next?
Well, we've got a little time to kill before 7, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I would imagine Mom and Mom are eavesdropping on comms, actually. Agent X would be eavesdropping on Electra, honestly. She doesn't have a life, she has Electra.
Oh, dang. She is living her life through Electra. Okay.
So would we then hear the losing of the shit?
Well, what you guys hear a lot of is Carl going like, we should probably go back up top. I get better reception up there. Do you like Harry Potter?
It's lame as shit. We really should steer her away from him.
Yeah.
It's just like he's kind of a nerd. Like not even like a cool nerd. Like he's talking about Harry Potter.
He is trying, but he knows he's floundering. You guys can hear it like in his voice. He's like, pull it together, Carl. I can get it together. But, he is floundering. But as you guys are listening, this group of women come up to you. And you see they're all kind of dressed the same. They have that look of...
Yeah, we're all standing here like this.
Yeah. And yeah, these ladies come
now. I'm not dealing with that.
Who are dressed, they're dressed nicely, very conservatively, except for the crazy jewelry they have, like all the bracelets, the rings, lots of crystals and stones and stuff. And they come up to you guys with those flyers again for the Stone Mothers. And they say, we've been looking for you. You were asking questions earlier. Maxine would like to speak to you.
Oh, would she now?
Yeah. Would you like to come with us? There'll be refreshments.
Can I see your feet?
Excuse me,
says everyone about their feet. We don't need to see any feet immediately. We would love to come to your party and meet Miss Maxine.
We're not asking about feet.
Not right now.
Zoriel.
He reminds me of your husband, Debbie, says one of the women. How do you know? She says to back. And you can see they trade, like they turn and look at each other, and there's a long look. And then they just turn back to you guys and give you guys this mechanical smile. And then start walking in the direction from which they came.
Yes, we'll be right with you. No, Zoriel, we don't. Asking someone about their feet is a little uncouth.
But generally Kurt a private thing.
Kurt wanted to show us his feet.
He is called Weird Kirk for a reason.
Kirk showed us his feet partially on accident, and then we were able to ask him about his feet.
He showed us a lot.
I
He
don't
did
think that was an accident.
show us. Can we not talk about that,
Or
Kirk?
the razor bumps.
Okay.
It's an uncomfortable subject. I never want to drink a lukewarm Zima off of a man who's wearing a Speedo's tool belt.
Yes.
Really a bad move.
I still have the Zima if you'd like it.
You should get
No,
rid of
no.
that Zima.
You should, yes. Do not drink that.
It's weird because the straw you have has lipstick on it, but
No.
you weren't wearing lipstick.
I feel like Nadira reaches over and takes the bottle from Zoriel and like 2 fingers it over to a garbage can and drops it. And
Okay.
then pulls, reaches into her small, she's got probably a small clutch, again trying to be fashionable, and in her little clutch she pulls out a bottle of hand sanitizer.
Zoriel
got
puts his
something
hands out like
somewhere.
this.
No, put your hands down. It's not a spray.
Puts them down by his side, like
No, up a little high. No, Zoriel, like this. And then Nadira actually, puts her palms up. And then, of course, Nadira spritzes a little bit of hand sanitizer. And now rub them together. Yes, rub them together.
I'd swear I
Rub
say you're
them
an
together.
alien, but I mean,
I'm learning.
you're trying.
You guys managed to make it to a bookstore with the 2 ladies that came looking for you.
This is the bookstore that Agent X has already been to, correct?
Did you guys come by this one, or did you guys just hear about it?
We heard about it. I don't know that we've actually been to the bookstore yet.
Nathan was the most recent person to listen to us. So, Nathan, did you
Yeah.
go to the bookstore?
Tell us, did they go to the bookstore?
No pressure.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't
Take out your
remember.
notes.
Honestly, I was watching it and working at the same time. So I was like, oh, it's a bookstore. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, it's a
So
bookstore.
I feel like
we
we've
have
heard
never
about
been
it,
here
but we
before.
haven't been. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Keziah's Haven is the name of the bookstore, and you guys go in, and it's got all your stuff that you would find in a New Age bookstore. All your books on Wicca, witchcraft, New Age religions, all the incense, the posters, all the little tchotchkes that you would find in here. And you guys are led back through through the area where they do all the tarot readings and they read, your auras and stuff like that. And you guys are led into the back, and the room is empty except for chairs. And the one lady, I guess, Debbie says that Maxine will be right with you. And she says, help yourself to some of the refreshments, which you guys see on the table. And you guys see in this room, on the wall is the same sigil that was on the wall in Agent LP's room, on her wall. Except that Agent LP isn't in the center of it, stuck in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you guys doing?
How is the sigil on the wall? Is it like somebody painted it on the wall with their fingers, or does it look like it was drawn or painted on?
This looks like it was put on deliberately and professionally.
Okay.
Unlike the one that was on Agent LP's wall, this one looks like someone spent time, and the circle is perfectly round with the sigils around it. There's some artistry involved in it. It's not just, sigil written on wall. It looks like there's flourishes, and it looks cool.
And if I recall, Jerry, that sigil was ancient Atlantean, correct?
Yes. The sigils that you see are ancient Atlantean script, and in it, it's some type of doorway or windows. But it's Vista, so probably not.
Now, the sigil that was on the wall in the apartment was incomplete. Is this one complete?
Yes, it is definitely complete.
Okay.
The one in the apartment was kind of smudged, like someone had smudged it.
Okay.
This one is not.
Okay.
Now, on the way here, everyone give me an intelligence roll, you 3. Give me an intelligence plus your investigation. -5. And try to get an 11 or higher.
said -5?
Yep, -5.
Out of 14.
14. That's a success. A solid one too.
17.
Super
well.
solid.
Wait. -5, right?
Yep.
12. Sorry.
That's a solid success.
8.
8. That is a solid partial success. Congratulations. So
Okay, Jerry, I'm used to partials.
you're used to partials. Are you wearing one now? You gotta. It's an upper. But anyway, Agent X and Zoriel, with their sharp eyes, you guys have realized that the entire town has been kind of turned into like this artsy, gentrified kind of tourist location. And there's murals on walls as you guys are walking down toward the river and walking around town. But you realize that these sigils have been incorporated into some of the artwork around town. So you will see, like, in an alleyway, there's a mural painted on a wall, but then there will be that sigil painted, incorporated into the artwork there. As you guys walk past the park, there is maybe like an electrical box or something that's been painted, some lively colors, and on it, there's that sigil there as well. And as you guys, came here, you saw it maybe 5 or 6 times in different locations. Like, oh, down that street, there it is, up high on the wall, on that balcony. Over here, it's across the street, and so on. So you guys realize that. You realize, Nadira, with your partial success, is that there has been some type of Atlantean influence here. However, you've been places and you've seen like Atlantean influence in other places, but it's just incorporated into ancient symbols that people put places. That really doesn't mean anything because the combination just doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
People who are putting it there.
Like people use Atlantean as decor.
Right. Just like the same way somebody might use like an Egyptian hieroglyph someplace, or like a Celtic knot someplace, but there's no significance to it because it's just a design to them.
It's decorative to them. Yeah.
Right. And so you've seen it, but if you paid it no mind, whereas Zoriel and Agent X, with their full successes and solid successes, realize that it's incorporated into a lot of the art, and it's intentional. Like there is a rhyme and a reason to how it's been put into the art. And the door opens behind you guys, and you see this very tall woman, really long black hair. She's dressed in a black tank top, and some jeans, huge belt buckle on it. That looks kind of coppery, which Nadira, immediately you recognize as orichalcum, her belt buckle. And got all the accoutrement of, your new age practitioner or charlatan, or just someone who likes to wear a lot of bits and baubles. That person who, if you were behind in a line as they walk through, like, TSA check, you'd be like, oh, why are you doing this to me? As they're taking off all of this gear. But she walks in and commands the room, and she says, greetings. I am Maxine. I am the leader of the Stone Mothers. Please have a seat. And she closes the door behind her. And there are beads hanging on that side of the door. So if you open the door, there would still be beads there. But she closes them, and the door kind of disappears behind the beads. And she says, are you here for the music festival?
Maxine actually was here visiting a friend. She seems to have gone somewhere else, actually. This painting that you have on the wall here, absolutely fascinating. I would love to know more about it. The symbology is just speaking to me in a way that I can't fully explain.
Oh, are you fans? She says, and she goes over by the wall and kind of runs her hand across like some of the artwork. I'm a student of ancient Mesopotamian and Mediterranean studies. I've taken a liking for this particular sigil and design combination.
Oh, my muscular friend here was just telling me how much he enjoyed that one.
And you're talking about Zoriel?
Yes.
She says, Well, and back to my original question: are you here for the music festival?
Like I said, we were here visiting a friend. She just happens to be out actually.
Well, I know quite a few people here in town. Maybe I've heard of them. Stone Mothers do a lot of charity work
Do
here.
you know a young man by the name of was it Carl?
Carl
Carl.
Remby, a young man, kind of chestnut brown hair, overly
Solid 7.
Nice eyes.
nice.
Kind eyes. Kind eyes and nice eyes are
Kind.
different.
That was
Zoriel.
the word. I apologize.
I believe the terminology they use today is he would maybe be a soft boy.
Soft boy. She says Carl's a very nice young man, a little bit lost in what he believes his destiny is, but fairly harmless. Why is he in a bit of trouble?
He might be trying to find some destiny with my girl. Now, he should be fine. I believe in Electra. I think she'll be just fine with him.
So
I'm not hovering.
She's your partner, your girlfriend?
My daughter. She's like a daughter. She's like a daughter. I have a very
Well,
deep spiritual connection with her.
I'm sure. I have those types of connections with some of my friends as well. You don't have to worry about Carl. He's fairly harmless. He is he's like tea made with a tea bag that's been used a couple times before. He is just
weak and ineffectual.
Some would say.
Electra, get out of there! Get out of there right now!
I would say he's gentle to the point of non-existence.
Electra, he's the weakest tea, dear. Get out of there.
Yes.
He has nothing for you.
He's the yawn of a baby.
Thank you so much for the intel. I gotten a vibe and I wasn't sure, but I'm like trying not to like suppress her. I want her to just maybe just meet some young people that are like her age, and he seems harmless.
I get it. You're looking for to get your friend some strange. Well, there's plenty here in town this week.
No, we met Kurt. He's strange. We met him. He's no Zimas.
No, we are not. We are not trying to get Kirk involved in that in any way, shape, or form.
That's weird, right? Or is he
not
strange?
At all. He's weird. Weird,
He's
Kirk.
weird, and you do not want strange.
No, Zoriel may want strange.
Yeah, strange. You don't want strange from Kirk. You don't get strange from Kirk.
No.
Zoriel or Electra can hear all this, by the way. As they're talking.
Yes, our comms are open, so...
Yeah. This thing on the wall, did you draw it?
Yes, me and the other Stone Mothers, we took it upon ourselves to put this in here. It's a spiritual portal, or that we feed with our own energies, and in return it feeds us back. It allows us to travel spiritually.
Really?
She says, would you care to have a reading? And she sits down and pulls out some stones, these crystals. I'd like to read your auras if you don't mind. Free of charge, of course.
Certainly. Okay. My aura is quite interesting, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, she sits down and she has these crystals, and she kind of has this black velvet mat, and she throws them down and kind of moves them around, and then looks up and says, you three are quite a bit more than what you say you are.
We haven't said anything about what we are or who we are.
But I've read your auras. We can continue to play this game. Or you can tell me why you are here in my city or my town.
My friend found halfway through a wall, and I would like to know why.
Halfway into a wall? I'm not quite
Halfway through a symbol, just like the one that you have over there, just more roughly put up. It looked like it was smudged last minute. Like, her name's LP, and
Well,
she's dead.
I'll tell you this. Why would she have this symbol? Where was this?
In the wall of her apartment.
She had it, and she died coming through it. Was she laying on the floor? Was she
Halfway through, did you ever see Star Wars?
what?
Han shot first.
I know. Greedo shot first, dear.
Oh, my apologies.
She thinks about it for a little bit, and so there's no way she could walk through this and then suddenly half the sigil falls off. How would that happen unless someone did it to her as she was coming through?
That part we've deduced. We're trying to figure out who did it and why.
And once you figure it out, then what do you plan on doing?
Revenge is the short solution. I'll admit I haven't fully thought all that through. She asked for help. We came to the city, and I found her dead.
Well, once we can figure out who killed her, then you can be on your way.
We, dear.
Well, the three of you. And your little friend with Carl.
Yes,
see,
but you said we, which would imply that you were involved as well.
The Stone Mothers would help you, and then you could be on your way.
Why would you offer to help?
Then you guys start hearing Electra lose her mind. How does Electra lose her mind over the comms?
There is, to put it politely, there's a lot of cursing filtered through the lens of Invasion of the Body Snatchers quotes.
Right.
Because that's what she's seeing is like weird alien bullshit, and she does not like it.
Okay.
So
Agent X, as we react first, ask questions later, just goes.
yeah.
So you dart out the place.
Yep.
Okay. So
Electra
you guys
found
hear
her strange.
What's that?
Electra found her strange. We must go.
She did find her strange. But yeah, you guys hear Electra going off about Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You also hear this high-pitched screaming, which, by the way, is coming from Carl, Electra.
I mean,
very, very loud.
She's really either pulling him or pushing him back away from this door.
Well, there's probably a lot of this because you guys don't know which way to go. There's a lot of pushing and pulling as both of you are trying to.
Really's getting away from the door.
Right. On your guys' end, dogs start barking because of the high-pitched screaming that only they can hear through your microphones or your your earbuds or whatever. A cat lays down on its back and starts paddling. It just gets really weird. So, Electra, you're in this room, and there are these sacks, and there are various stages of, I guess, what is it? Deterioration?
Competition?
Yeah, emotion. These things just falling apart in these bags. Yeah, these sous vide humans in their bags.
Sous vide humans.
Yes. So you see this, and one of them kind of the eyes roll in their head, and they look over at you, and glub glub, like bubbles of water or juice or whatever the fluid is issuing from their mouths as they're trying to speak, kind of on the bag like this. And there are things that are starting to move from above, up on the pipes and stuff in this room. what are you doing? Carl is sitting like this, and his hands are moving so quick that he's starting to get like burns on his ears from his hands just moving.
Yeah. She's
Carl is going, what is Electra doing?
she's got a she's probably got one hand on him, trying to at least keep one of his ears intact.
Right?
But she's going to do what is probably the stupid idea of shining her flashlight up into the piping to see what is moving.
Okay. Well, you see, it looks like really weird looking, like hairless rats, kind of pink, but the veins in them that you see are black. And these rats look at you with these like bright red eyes. Like when the light hits it, it just lights up.
Oh no.
And they just kind of like a waterfall come down and try to wash over you. Do me a favor and roll initiative for me. Now, to roll initiative, roll 2d10 and add that to your speed, your SPD attribute, plus any intuition that you may have. And I'm looking at your character sheet, and that's a big donut for intuition. So just add your speed to, which is +1, to a roll of 2d10 for me.
So that'll be grand total of 11.
11,
Well,
that's my favorite number in the world. Unfortunately, I got a 12.
Oh,
So,
I don't like this.
what is your dexterity plus your evasion?
Dexterity plus evasion. Total of 12.
A total of 12. Cool. Does anyone want to roll for me? Roll for the murder of Electra. As I take it upon myself. What's that?
I got a 6.
A 6. That right there is exactly what I was looking for. So you've got a 12. So, okay. They miss you. Basically, this like wave of like rats and other like critters like crawdads and roaches, palmetto bugs, just every piece of vermin you can think of just kind of like washes over you. But nothing significant happens except maybe you fall back against the wall. And Carl is basically bolstering you up because he's behind you. So you don't fall all the way down. But
she's only doing this moment.
Yes, exactly. You're like, ah! And these things just kind of move over you and stuff, and they're biting at you. Your clothes is being snipped at and ripped, but no significant damage. So that's what it did. Carl, on the other hand, he's probably being bit. He's probably got like a rat like burrowing its head into his arm. And he's screaming and kind of like running around. Actually, he runs deeper down this hallway. And just, trying to get these things off of him. Electra, you are a seasoned professional, have seen all sorts of phantasmagoric entities, and have defeated quite a few with your group. You are made of sterner stuff than old Carl. So what do you do?
I am going to activate my elemental sheath, which is electrical.
Okay.
What happens to the elemental sheath? She turns it on, and she is covered in like blue sparks and lines of electric energy. So.
Yep, absolutely. So you do that. That's an automatic action. You just do that, and your body lights up with these coruscating like snaps and pops of electricity. Kind of like hugging your body. And there are different pieces of vermin that when they hit it, it kind of has that burnt air smell probably. When things are pop, pop, pop all over it.
She'll just turn herself into a human bug zapper.
Yes, exactly. So you do that. That basically, you're activating your elemental sheath, and then
I think she's going to, if there's still kind of like a, for better words, glob of the human in front of her, she's going to just shock the shit out of them
What?
with her
These things have
manipulation.
done nothing to you except exist in a cruel world. How about showing them a little
This
kind
is a
of
mercy.
Oh, this
This
is
is
a
Yeah,
mercy.
the mercy.
Because
Fair
if they
enough.
have black veins, there's something weird going on with them, and she is like, you know what? It's better if you're dead.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know what's going on.
Better if you're dead. Go for it. I like it.
Just die.
That's right.
Normally when people say that to me, I get a little, weirded out, but I think it fits
Fair
in
enough.
this case.
That is arranged fighting with her.
Give me range fighting plus your combat rating, which is CR. CR plus range fighting.
That's a 12.
Minus 11, so you have a +1 to your roll. So roll this +1.
Well, that would be a grand total of 10.
That is a partial success.
Or no, hold on.
Mhm.
It's 10 plus 12.
Or
22.
+1. It'd be +1 since they had a minus 11 to your +12. So it's a
Okay, so
success.
that would be a 10. So it would be a 10. Sorry, I'm remathing wrong.
No problem.
No, the 10 was correct.
Okay, so you got a partial.
Yes.
Are you sticking with that partial? You can manipulate the roll using Ka, or you can just let that ride.
I'm going to let that ride.
Beautiful.
Our Ka reset at the beginning of the session, right, Jerry?
They reset at the adventure.
Okay.
So let's say the adventure takes one night, then they reset the next game. If the adventure takes 3 or 4 different sessions, then after that adventure's over, then they reset.
So we had the pre-adventure on the train. Did our Ka reset before we
Oh,
started?
absolutely,
This
yes,
one?
yes.
Okay.
So yes, that it did. So what is your electrical manipulation power? What is that?
It is a rank 6
Okay.
base 30. So.
Okay, so it's a rank 6. So if you got a full success, you would have done 6 points of damage. With a partial success, you do 3 points of damage.
That's still a significant amount of damage. So
That is a lot of damage because you do just kind of like put your hands out and electricity shoots from your fingers and you're hitting like a rat there. You're hitting palmetto bugs over there. You're hitting this huge moth on the wall over here. It's just buzz, and stuff just starts lighting up in the room. Now, while that happens, you, Agent X, darts out of the room. What is Zoriel doing?
Following Agent X.
Okay, and Nadira?
Nadira stops and looks at the two of them running out for a moment and then just looks back over. Excuse me, Maxine. We'll have to continue this a little later.
She says something to you in Atlantean. She essentially asks you, are you one of the people? Which is, what Atlanteans say to one of another. You guys are the people. And she says that in Atlantean.
Excuse me. Nadira gives kind of a wry smile and responds back in Atlantean. What do you think, dear?
Right. And she says, then maybe I can help. And then you can leave. And she goes over and puts her hand in the center of that circle, and then just kind of wipes the wall. And the wall in that circle disappears. And it looks like, kind of like like when you watch science fiction in the wormhole, the way it just kind of like
it's the little, like the wavy.
Right. Yeah. It kind of swirls and the wall kind of like concaves in into like, oblivion. And she just kind of like steps back and motions over to the wall.
Is this going to the mines then?
Your friend could be dying.
Thank you, dear.
Okay.
And then Nadira will step through the portal.
Okay. So Nadira steps through. You two, you guys are racing out. Where are you guys going?
Commandeering a
What?
car.
Well, let me, if I could back up for a second, Jerry, because Nadira would do this. Nadira would get on the comm before she steps through the portal and said, come back to the bookstore. There's a shorter route.
As you're pulling someone out of the car, Grand Theft Auto style.
It's a Ferrari! free.
Yeah. Zoro already has their wings out, like ready to fly, ready to go.
Right. So yeah, you guys are and then you guys sorry lady that we just pulled out of a car, and then you guys run back.
Enjoy
We'll
your
come-
vacation.
Yeah.
We'll come back later for the rental.
I know it's a rental.
And Nadira will wait by the portal until she sees the two of you kind of step back into the bookstore, and then kind of wave and step through the portal.
And disappears. And you guys go through. All three of yous give me initiative rolls.
And that's
Which
the end
is
of the game.
Yep, it's done. That's right. She killed three of you. No, let's see. Speed plus intuition, if you have it,
Oh my gosh.
plus 2d10.
Oh, this is not working out for me.
I got a solid 7.
7. I love that. Zuriel,
An 18.
I love that. And Nadira. Oh, Nadira.
You said it was speed plus intuition, yes?
Speed plus intuition. Yep, plus 2d10.
All right. 16.
16. Pretty good one. Nice solid 16.
Well, I rolled a 1, but then I rolled a 10. So
That's an 11 plus what have you. Okay. You guys come out in the parking lot of that copper processing facility. It's painted on the wall, and it looks like it's integrated with the graffiti on the wall. Grass and stuff coming up through the asphalt. Beer bottles, cans, baby diapers, comic books strewn all over the grounds here. Holes in the walls, occasionally busted windows, and lots of screaming coming from inside the building. When you guys get there, you guys see this guy. He's got like he's got his Izod shirt on. He's probably got like, a neckerchief or an ascot. And you hear him screaming as he is being dragged back into the building by this like lump, this like writhing mass of vermin. And he's holding onto the wall, screaming as he's being dragged back in the wall, but he continues to hold on. And, he gets dragged around the corner, but you can still see his hands holding onto the wall. What are you guys doing? Or what is 18 doing? Because we've got a solid Zoriel 18 going on right there.
Mm-hmm.
Zoriel will, I guess, seeing what this is going to be, Zoriel will take out the railgun.
Okay.
Walking toward the cave entrance.
Okay. Yeah, the blown out hole in the wall,
Yeah.
the side of the building, where you see that Frank's clawing at the wall.
Yeah.
You get over there and you just see two hands, the forearms, and nothing else, and the darkness in there. That's what you see, Zoriel. You still hear screams and stuff going on inside the building.
Well, to be clear, Jerry,
Yes.
it's hands and forearms, and that's it.
That's it. That's it. The other parts are missing.
Screaming somewhere.
Yes, they are someplace else. He misplaced these. So you go in and you do see on the ground, though, you do see lots of vermin. And some of it is starting to it's starting to metastasize, like it's breaking apart. Like you see one big lump with muffled screams in it going one way, breaks apart and starts coming back towards you. You've got the railgun in your hands. What are you doing?
You ever think of a joke so good you start laughing at it before you make it?
Oh, I do that all the time.
Zoriel looks back at Agent X and Adira and says, "I'm going in. They need a hand."
Oh.
And
And from the muffled mound, you hear, "Kill me! Just kill me, please!"
Zoriel will take shots at that, if I can, take shots at that muffled mound.
Okay.
The mound of vermin.
So you're shooting into the mound.
Yes.
Potentially, you could hit whatever's in that mound, still with the muffled screams.
Yep.
And, okay, fair enough. Go ahead and give me a roll. Roll your combat rating plus your range fighting, plus any accuracy of your railgun. And I'm not sure what the accuracy.
But the range fight. So I have a range fighting rating of 13.
Okay. Plus your combat rating, CR.
That has it added because range fighting is 8, then plus the 5 for the CR is 13.
Yep,
total.
that's it.
And
minus 11.
I don't have anything for the railgun that I'm aware of.
I'm looking at it. Nope, no accuracy. Okay. So it's a 13 minus 11. So you have a plus 2 to your roll.
So I rolled a 9, so that's 11 total.
11 total, and you're hitting that mass, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So your railgun does
5
points of damage to it. Cool. Okay, would you like to take a second action? You can take as many actions as you want, except they get harder.
Penalties, right?
Yep, so the next one's going to be with an additional -5, so you will have a -3 to your next one.
I think I'm going to hold with what I've got there.
Okay, boom, you shoot into it, and pieces of it fly apart. But it's still coming at you. On 16, Nadira, what are you doing?
Nadira will move up alongside Zariel, and from within their they pull out of their clutch this little mass, this little like metal mass, and it stretches out into the sunbow.
Okay. As it does. You have that programmed on your phone to make that noise whenever you
Of course. And then Nadira will pull an arrow also out of the clutch. Like literally, it's like she reaches in the clutch and goes, and there's an arrow comes out.
Right. Okay. So your Doctor Who and stuff out of your bag of holding.
Oh, for sure. And Nadira will then fire an arrow from the sunbow for flame blast.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. Give me a roll, -11. So combat rating plus your range fighting,
yep.
-11.
So -11.
No, is it? Yes, -11. So what do you have? -11.
Yep. So I've got.
I can tell you
13,
exactly.
13 plus 13 minus 11.
Yep. So you have a +2 to your roll.
Yep. So 15.
15. Yeah. That is a success with a margin of success of 1. So with that margin of success, there are a few things you can do. You can add additional damage if you would like. You could add 1 point of damage additionally.
Mm-hmm.
What else can you do with a blah, blah, blah? Where's my little chart?
It's for 1 point, it's 1 damage to attack, or I can disregard 1 PR of armor.
Yep. And I'll tell you right now, it has no armor.
So I think we'll just go with the +1 damage then, Jerry.
We'll go with the +1 damage. Fair enough. I like that. I like it. Okay. So what is your flame attack?
Let's see. So that looks like it's got a rating of 2.
You've got more than a 2, I'm sure. Hold on. Let's see. What does it say under your belt? It should say, so it has a flame attack of 5. So you're doing 6 points of damage.
Yep, 6.
Okay. So 6 points into it. Another fact. If you had 2 margins of success, you could actually set this thing on fire. But spend some type of cop points to do so, or have rolled better, which you didn't. But if you did, you could set it on fire.
But I didn't. So we'll just, again, learning, right?
It's a solid roll. You did 6 points of damage. That's enough to kill someone. So this thing, pyrotechnic, like light scintillating all over the place from like this fire, things blowing up and just disintegrate. Railgun shots blazing through it. And surprisingly, neither one of you has hit poor Frank, who's in the middle of this, missing both his hands. that was on 16. Now we move down to the writhing mass of vermin. Okay, it's moving over onto Zoriel, and it's going to put the kill on you. What is your dexterity plus your evasion? Zoriel?
Sorry.
Go on.
Evade is plus 11.
Okay, total plus 11? Cool. Yep. Oh, would anyone care to roll for me? Give me the result of your roll. I could roll, but I like you guys being my carriers of destruction and mayhem.
Corey? Or I'm sorry, Aaron, are you already rolling?
It's looking like a solid 4 if there's not any bonuses to that.
4. I hate that roll. Someone else roll.
No, we like that roll. We like that roll a lot.
I think we took a vote.
Yeah, we voted.
We're good with it.
Okay. So what happens is that this wave moves at you, the one that broke off from like that the initial mound, and it comes at you, and it tries to bowl you over, but you manage to move back. Your wings flare out and kind of whoosh you back away from it as this thing just kind of crests, like it forms a wave and crests and falls where you were. Splat, 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 as it's moving towards you, but you're moving back away from it. As it's trying to it hits the ground and then sweeps out around like it's still trying to move, but you manage to move back from that. Meanwhile, down in the bowels of this place, we have Electra, Carl running down the hall. You've been blasting bugs left and right, and your own personal little mound comes at you, bro, and asks you if you even lift. Who wants to roll for this thing to put the kill on Electra? Someone give me a roll. And Electra, what is your evade plus your
Jerry, I rolled a 1.
A 1? That is incredible since you're rolling 2 dice.
Oh, sorry. A 9. I rolled a 9. Roll a 9.
Okay, a 9. What do you have for your evade plus your dexterity?
My total is 12.
12? That is a lot. Okay, you rolled a 9. That is
I rolled a 9. You know, Jerry, I play other games where I roll D6s and I get 7s all the time. So, you know, that's fine.
It can happen. It can happen in Bizarro World. It can totally happen. But this is what happens. Electra, they're attacking you, but there's just these pops of light and different colored light as these things hit your the sheet that you're encased in. So, you know, they're trying to get at you, but pow, 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 pow. Things are exploding off of you. Down the hall, you can still hear Carl smashing his hands against the wall and just screaming. So then we go to Electra on 11. What are you doing?
How much of the mound is still left in front of me?
On you?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, you've got a smaller mound than the ones that are outside. Oh, there's still quite a bit because you see a lot of it is still coming down the walls and coming up out of the muck, like little crawdads coming at you. Rats, probably like a roomy-eyed, probably like alligator, maybe one of those little snapping turtles with those big hinged jaws. Just anything you would find in a swamp is trying to murder you right now. And there's quite a bit of it.
Yeah, I'm going to try and murder it before it murders me.
How dare you?
I'm going to back out of the room, but I'm also going to shoot a fireball at the biggest looking threat and hoping I get incidentals.
Right.
So
go for it. Minus 11.
Holy shit, that's a 17.
A 17?
And one of the die did roll a 10. So
that is a lot. So you got a 17 total? Okay. So you got 2 margins of success on that roll, which is very good. Now, let me tell you what happens with electricity or electrical attack with 2 successes. You can spend those 2 MOS and deal double damage to electronic equipment, cyborgs, or robots. That is none of these things. So what you can do is just take that and turn it into additional damage. So you can add 2 additional damage if you would like.
Yes.
Okay. So what is your electrical manipulation?
Rank 6, so if that translates to 6 damage, that's going to be a total with the 2 MOS.
Yep. So yeah, so you would you like to shoot again at a -5? So an additional -5. So instead of -11, it'd be -16.
Yeah, do it.
I can try.
Okay, so whatever you
Yeah.
got, so whatever you had bonus, subtract 5 from that. So I think you had like a what a
I'm now at -4 total.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You can do it. Come on, Electra. We're counting on you.
Oh, that's a 6.
What? That's a partial success.
No, that's a 5, sorry.
That is a failure.
That is now I will spend a comp point to reroll that 1.
No,
that I
well,
have.
if you spent the comp point. What it would do is it would give you a +3 to your roll. So instead of
Okay.
being a 5, it would be an 8, making it a
I'll take
partial.
8.
If you spent 2 Ka, that would give you a +6 to your roll, which would mean it would turn it into a normal success. So I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it
I'll
out.
spend the 2 comp point.
Okay, whatever. We'll throw that on there.
Because she's mad.
She is. So boom, boom, stuff is just exploding down here. The lights down here, because you're just shooting so much electricity, they're starting to flicker because you're starting to bleed off all this electricity that's like in the walls now. And yeah, the lights, like every time you shoot, the whole that hallway you're in just flashes. It just flashes. Stuff is exploding around you. I can't even imagine what burnt like insects smell like, but we're gonna say it smells like head cheese on someone who just always wears a baseball cap and or like washes their hair. I just have to throw that in there, to give it like some kind of a little like atmosphere. So that happens.
It looks like a burnt crawfish ball, probably.
Yes. Well, and mud and poop. But Agent X, what are you doing? You see that girl and the deer are fighting this like mass that they're maneuvering around. What are you doing?
And that mass is between me and my baby that's somewhere in here.
You are probably, yeah, well, the mass is outside in the parking lot right now where you guys are. But it tried to get at Zoriel, did not do it. And now it's like, reforming up again for like another attack. But what is Agent X doing?
It is between me and my goal, and therefore she takes out the pistol and she is shooting.
What? No.
Shooty! Shooty McShoot!
No, not the mask. No.
Shoot the mask.
-11 to your roll. So combat rating plus your range fighting, -11.
All right, so it's 13 minus 11 is going to be +2.
+2? It's almost like all these characters were made using the same amount of points.
7's a partial. Can I add a Ka to that to make it?
You would need 2 because you need to get an 11.
Yeah. I'll take the partial.
You'll take the partial. What does your gun do? Did we?
Gun. I remember gun is special, but
let's
attack
see.
projectiles 6.
Okay. Yep. That's it. So.
Okay.
So you do a partial. So you're only doing 3.
Okay.
Okay. You're shooting into it. Actually, you rolled a partial. So you shoot into it, and those other 3 points hit Frank. So you've hit no, because you guys are shooting at the one that is attacking you, not the one that's dragging him away to his oblivion. So fair enough. So it does not hit Frank, although I should use.
Could be put out of his misery, the poor guy.
Exactly. He's like, I don't want to hear any more puns or dad jokes. Just shoot me in my face. And yeah, he reaches out of the vermin. Shoot me. And no, that's right. And you guys,
he doesn't. Well, he doesn't really reach for anything, right?
Oh.
It's more like he does this kind of like
Yeah,
exactly.
Too soon. As he's dragged into the processing plant. Okay, so Zoriel, what are you doing? God.
Sorry, I keep forgetting my name. Zoriel wants to shoot. Wants to use the railgun.
All right, go for it. Shoot it. -11.
So again, range fighting I have +13, so it's gonna be a +2.
Yep.
It's a 2 and a 1. So
That's a 3.
3 + 2 is 5.
Yep.
5's a failure, but I could use a
Yep.
call point to make it a partial. Yeah.
You so absolutely could, or just take the failure and let it ride.
No, I don't want to take the failure. That doesn't sound fun.
That's right.
All right,
Well,
I'm gonna use the call point and make it an 8.
make it an 8. That's a partial, and your projectile is what?
It's attack 5.
5 is a lot. So we're gonna put 3 points on that one. Okay. So anything else, Zuriel? Got anything else going on there? Anything in that repertoire you want to pull out? Or are you good with that?
Is Agent X between me and the mass?
Nope. The mass is on you. It's on you right now and on Nadira.
I want to try to move back and get the mass to come more toward me. And give Agent X a way that if she wanted to go down and get with Elektra, she could go after Elektra. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Give me a performance roll plus your
okay.
Performance plus charisma.
All
minus. Right. Let's see. This thing.
I believe
plus charisma.
Zoriel's trying to look delicious right now.
Yeah,
so.
Yes. I want to be a snack. I've always wanted to be a snack. It's never worked out.
Channel your inner weird Kirk.
Are you a sweet snack or a savory snack?
Oh, but my snack goes pretty well. So I have a 16 on the die, and then my
16.
performance is 4. So what is the negative?
There is none because it is not a very bright creature. So it had a 0. So you got a 20, which means you got 2 margins of success. That not only will pull it towards you, but it's so directed at you that anyone who targets it after you will get a +2 on their roll. So you've pulled, it's like moving towards you at the cost of anything else. And you guys, you see Zoro's pulling it away. And then on we got on Nadira next. What are you doing?
Let's see. So, so we have a mass that's on Zoriel.
Yep.
And then we have the mass that has Frank in it, still like moving further in. Is that mass still visible, or has it moved further into the plant?
It's moved off into the darkness, but you do hear the screeching of tires as this van is moving past you guys, because I'm spending some of these antagonist points, barreling towards you guys. There's a van, and in the van, you guys see no one is at the wheel, because the person at the wheel is fighting with whatever's inside this vehicle. And it is careening out of control. You see this Great Dane's head sticking out of the window. And behind the steering wheel, you see someone in just of the rattiest shirt fighting with whatever vermin is in there. So that's going on. So what are you doing?
All right. If the van is barreling down on us, then Nadira is going to try to step sideways and target one of the front tires of the van to try and get it to careen away from us.
Okay. Any particular way it's careening? Toward the wall, toward the swampy area?
Toward the swampy area.
Okay. Give me a -10 to your roll.
Great.
So you got what is it? A +3, I would imagine.
I have +2.
Okay. Give me that roll.
I will take that. That is a 13 on the dice, so 15 total.
15.
And I will. I'll spend a Ka.
Well, you don't necessarily have to.
Oh.
You got a 15. That means you got 1 margin of success. If you spend a Ka, however, you can get up to 2 margins of success. So, but you only got 1 margin of success.
You know what? I'm going to spend a Ka to get the 2, because when I get the 2, I can perform a knockdown.
You can.
And I'd like to basically use the knockdown to like get the
18
van.
the car.
Yeah, to careen the van.
Yeah, it does a super crash like it does on the 18, where they always go in the air and kind of flip onto the top. And then there's probably like some explosion that people are kind of crawling out of, holding their heads. But that's what you want to do? You want to
Yes.
knock down the car or the van.
Yes, I want to keep the van from running us down.
Okay, so yeah, you step to the side, boom, boom. It kind of does the little flip. You guys hear the dun, 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 dun as it flies through the air, skids on its roof right into the swamp.
And from inside the van, you hear a row.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. This dog sounds like a what is it, Edward G. Robinson? See, he just blew the wheel off this car. See, yeah, we got to get out of here. There's a lot of vermin in here. Come on, Skeet, let's go.
That sounds entirely wrong coming out of a dog.
I know exactly.
No, and a smaller version of the Great Dane goes flying out the front window of the van into the swamp.
Oh no, that one's already been. They sent him away to the Daisy Hill Puppy Farm.
Yeah. I heard that's a great place for dogs to go.
Well, you know, some dogs were born there and want to get back. Some dogs are trying to escape.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Okay, yeah, so that happens. Taking any more actions. Nadira.
He was a scrappy fella. No, I no more actions.
Okay, no more actions. Then, that was on 16. Then we go to the little mask coming at Zoriel. Who wants to roll? Who wants to roll the bones for me? Who?
12.
12. That is a good roll. So let's see. Zoriel, what is your dex plus your evade?
My evade is plus 11.
Sorry, Nate.
Okay, so you got an 11. Let's see. 12. You zoink, Scoob. So let's see. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. Sorry. Let's see. So I got a plus. Okay, so partial. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me see. How much damage does this guy do to you? All right. 2 points of damage hit you, Zoriel, from that partial. But you have armor, so it touches you, but nothing really happens as this thing is on you, trying to get at you and attack. So, too bad, so sad for he. Meanwhile, downstairs, someone give me a roll for Electra as this thing tries to put the kill on her.
I'll roll. I haven't rolled yet for my fellow.
Right?
I was just saying,
My fellow
not
members.
Michael.
Oh, you shouldn't. Oh, I rolled a 14.
Oh no.
14, that's great. That's not double sevens, is it?
No, it's not double sevens.
Let's say it is and roll it again. let's just get a little loosey-goosey with the rules. We'll massage
no.
Are we voting again, everybody? Are we voting? Are we back to voting again?
Yeah, exactly. So let's see. You have an 11, Electra, for your dex plus evade. Okay, so you got an 11. That's a 14. That's a partial. So that is 2 points.
12 for my evasion.
You got a 12. Still a partial. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So 2 points. And it also takes damage because it hits your sheath. What is your elemental sheath?
It's a rank 4, and I think it's a full body.
So blah, blah, blah. It hurts itself as it hits at you, and you take 2 points of damage.
All right.
And put that in a sandwich and eat it.
Okay.
That happens, and you will probably need like a tetanus shot afterwards because this is filthy. It is filthy down here.
Yeah.
So then we go to Electra.
Yeah, I'm going to crispy critter these things.
Fantastic. It wants to be crispied. That's sports.
My Kentucky Fried vermin.
That's right.
Well, that's double sixes. So that
You
is
can continue to roll
13.
if you so choose.
Oh, that's a 13 currently. I think I'm gonna add to that.
Okay, roll again.
Another 12 on top of that, but that's a 5 and a 7. So
That's
close.
okay. That's okay. So that's 25 right there that you have. That is a lot of successes. So, where does that put you? That puts you. You got a 25.
Yeah, so I think that puts me at a 4 MOS.
That is a whole lot. Would you like to do 4 points of damage?
Yes. So that would
4
be it.
additional points.
Yeah. So that's a grand total of 10 points of damage coming their way. I'll take that 2-point hit for doing essentially my entire HP in one shot.
That does. And yes, you annihilate this thing. You basically blow it up. There are, like a old beat up looking alligator plus a possum and raccoon parts and palmetto bugs and crawdads and scorpions. It's just a mess. These are all the bad actors on Noah's Ark that you've just murdered. They are all there, laying there, smoldering, flickering with electricity as you destroyed them. What are you going to do now?
Do I still hear Carl by any chance?
You still hear Carl as his blood is leaking out all over the place, as he is probably knee deep in water because he ran further into the building. So he's running further. He's knee deep in water. He's kind of flailing about. He's beating his arm against the wall. What are you doing?
Oh, if I hit them, I'm going to hit him.
Could.
Do I hear the fighting going on above me by this point, or am I too deep to
hear
hear it?
cars screeching. You hear the familiar sound of Zoriel's railgun going off, which is probably this kind of. Actually, you could probably feel it with your electrical manipulation since it is a railgun. So you do feel that electrical charge, or you can sense it. So you are aware of what's going on above you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm downstairs. These things have Carl, and I can't hit him.
Well,
but she's still gonna go. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna. If I hit him, I mean, she is going to shock the shit out of him.
Well, you could just take penalties to your roll for your second action, plus the penalties on top of that, and finesse it. Or you can let poor Carl be devoured from the inside out. All this hope brings.
You know what? I'm going to take that.
Nadir would quickly just say over the cups, "Dear, either you can hurt the one you love, or someone else can."
It's eating me. It's eating my soul.
Yeah, then she's going to go after the creatures on that. If she can hit with that second attack.
Okay, so this is what you're doing. You've got a -5 for your second action.
Yeah.
We're going to add on -8, so that's -13. A total -15 to your roll. So whatever you've got -15 to get this thing without hurting poor Carl.
I'll take that chance.
All right.
If anything, I might attract more attention. So.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, that's hilariously, that's a -1 because that's a grand total of 14 on the die. Or wait, hold on. That's 14 on the die. Was that -15 also including her 12 for her ranged fighting ratings?
Nope. I just gave you a -15. You rolled a 14, so you've got a -1. You have a 12.
Yeah.
That's a success.
Hey.
So you got a success. So you managed to grab his arm. You grab him like an elbow and just start to electrocute his arm until whatever's in there squirming around stops moving. And he pulls it out by its kind of coily tail. And it's a small hairless rat that bore into his arm. And he just lets out every filthy word you can hear in every combination. To the point where you see one of the people in one of those bags, she clutches at her pearls because this guy's just so filthy, and it's just wrong. But then he just
Electra's
grabs you
impressed.
and hugs you. He is so happy not to be dead until he touches your electrical sheath, and then he dies. The end. So, yes, he just falls out, grabs you, and passes out from the electricity.
Good.
Agent X, what are you doing? Good question. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I was listening to the story. I wasn't paying attention to what I was gonna do.
That's okay.
Okay. So as far as Agent X knows right now, Elektra's got a handle on things.
What did Elektra say over the comms?
Carl's still down here, and he's still got shit on him.
Okay.
That's
Then
essentially
no.
what she
Down here,
said.
and he has shit on him.
It's time to go save the babies. So,
Oh,
Agent X is gonna divert into the factory to try and find Elektra and Carl, and take care of them.
okay.
Yeah,
You bound past that writhing mass that's coming at Zoriel. This van goes between you and the rest of them, so you lose them as this van careens and goes into the swamp. And you go in through the hole. You see the stairs going down. You see all the equipment and stuff. And you see Kirkman in there, got his little trench coat on. He's talking. He's like, "We're gonna go in there. We're gonna get him, and then we're gonna go do our thing. We got the concert tonight. We gotta put it all in there. Get that juice." And then he looks over and he sees you, and then he says, "Just a crazy dude talking to myself," and he turns and he starts walking away.
No, not crazy dude just talking to himself. Come back here, Kirk.
Can't hear you. A little too crazy.
Oh yeah, he's not listening, Mr. Crazy over here. Come on, Kirk.
He starts walking a little faster, and he's heading toward a wall. And you see on the wall, crudely etched into the wall, that same sigil. And he's like, "Just a little crazy, getting ready to go home. Gotta go home.
Son of a bitch, I'm coming right after you, son of a bitch. I'm gonna get
Put
you.
it together.
My friend threw a wall. You stopped her.
Tiki punching."
Is this also on the comms?
You hear her on the comms. You do not hear Kirkman. Kirkman is, but yes. What are you trying to do, Agent X? Are you trying to get him before he gets to the portal, or what are you doing?
Shoot the sigil, X. Shoot the sigil.
Break
the sigil.
Put 7 and 7 together and figured out 14, which is erase sigil. Man can't go through wall. So that's the goal. Erase sigil.
How are you going to erase it?
Move faster than the crazy man, who's definitely not crazy.
Well, give me a movement plus your speed roll.
Okay.
Doesn't your gun have like a rocket attachment or something?
Is it a rocket attachment? It just says projectiles.
Well, remember, yeah, it's got like the
cylinders. I have like a fancy thing.
You have a utility belt with gadgets in it. But
I could net him.
You could absolutely net him if you so chose.
Huh.
Am I faster than the crazy man or smarter than the crazy man? Okay, what is my movement? I'm probably smarter than the crazy man. All right, I'm going to try and net him.
Okay, give me a combat rating plus your ranged attack, because you pull out of your utility belt this device and you throw it at him as he is moving toward, gonna get back home, gotta watch some Cagney and Lacey tonight, got him on my DVD, got the box set, gonna watch it, new husband, old husband, I like them both, and he is continuing to walk.
Okay, any minuses?
-5.
-5. Good,
Yeah.
that makes the math easier. 16.
16? Okay, so you throw it on him, and it expands over him and lands on him like a net and glues him to the ground. It's like a sticky bomb you just threw on him. He kind of, can't move. And you hear like, because he's hunched over away from you. And he's like, "Oh no, doesn't look good." And then you hear another voice that says, "I'm going to kill you." And his back starts to swell underneath the trench coat. But we'll get back to that. We don't need to talk about that crazy stuff right now. Zoriel, what are you doing?
Zoro will make another attack at the swarm, the one that has basically all of it. His attention.
Okay. Alrighty. Go for it. -11. It's your little rolly roll.
It's 11, so it's going to be +2. I rolled an 8 and a 1, so 9, 10, 11.
Okay. And that is, what is your projectile, your attack?
5.
5. Not bad. Doing anything else? Any other additional actions that you would like to do?
Yeah, I want to take another shot.
What?
Yeah, I know. So this is going to be another -5, you said, yeah?
An additional -5 on top of that 11, so it'd be a total of -16.
So it's going to be -3.
Okay.
I rolled a 4 and a 2, so it's a 3 total.
And a 2, so 3. That's a failure.
But if I spend a ka, that makes it
You can make
still
that
a 5.
Yep. If you've got a 2, yep, you would only be able to bring it up to a failure with effort. That's what you would be doing.
All right, it's not worth that. I just fail.
Well, fair enough. You guys are still putting on this thing. Then we go to Nadira.
Nadira is going to. Yeah, I think right now Nadira is going to look forward.
Into the future?
Yes, we're going to do a little chronal sight.
Adjustment. Your garden's going to look great in the future. Things are looking good.
Big arugula year.
That's right.
All right, so I'll roll my perception plus investigation, and you give me the target.
Okay. What are you looking for in the future?
I am looking forward to see. Oh, because we can't. We're still outside.
Yes.
No, Nadir's not looking forward yet. Nadir's going to follow Agent X.
Okay, so you bound into the building.
Yes.
Okay, so you run over to the building, hop in through the hole. You skid to a stop as you see Kirkman glued to the floor. His back is starting to bulge, which means that whatever that goo is you put on, that you threw on him is starting to like bulge as well. You see that. What are you doing? Because you can still act. You just moved right now.
Okay. All right. If I can still act, then now I will use chronal sight.
Okay. And what would you like? How far would you like?
I'm gonna
see?
look up to. I can go up to 8 minutes.
Okay, that's a lot.
So yeah, we'll actually go the full 8 minutes. Let's see what things look like 8 minutes from now.
Okay. Give me a perception roll plus your investigation, plus the levels of your chronal sight.
Okay.
-5. Because it's pretty easy to see what's going to happen.
So that's 5 -5. Level of that. That's going to be 14.
14. You see 4 tombstones. Here lie Electra, Zoriel, Nadir, and Agent X. And you see Carl crying over the grave. He's like, if only I was faster. But no. What you see is Marionette of the Dry Arms in this place. Tentacles, tendrils, pieces of plant matter trying to skewer you guys as it's trying to put the kill on all of you guys inside this facility. That's what you see in the future, possibly. The other future you see is Carl with the Infinity Gauntlet snapping his fingers.
Of course. Then I will take a moment to just say into the comms, Marionette is about to arrive.
And you guys all hear this. Anything else you would like to do, Nadira, since you've ruined the surprise for everyone?
And so Nadira is standing next to Agent X when she says that, but in the room, Nadira points at our gently swelling friend on the ground.
Right. Okay. So yes, that's what you guys, the two of you see, Agent X and Nadira in this room, as Nadira says that, Marionette is on its way. That was on, what is that, 16? It's me. As this thing, someone give me a roll, please.
Roll low, I'll try this one.
Yeah, roll high. I want a high roll.
You got your wish, it's a 14.
14, I love that.
I don't.
What is your Omni gadget rated at?
That is a solid question. Hold on one sec.
Let's see. Not off by
I believe it's excellent.
it's rated excellent. It's rated yummy.
It's rated M for mature.
Rated E for everybody.
Oh,
Lick these hands.
I know. It's a 3. I just
Thank
looked
you.
it up. So it's a 3. You rolled a 14. Okay, yes. Out of the back, the trench coat kind of rips off. Boba straws are everywhere. Clove cigarettes. Little bags of like an assortment of different like pills and drugs, plus a big kind of like balled up set of like Speedos, just kind of like rip out as
there's Zima bottles just go flying.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Zima bottles, and on Kirkman's back it looks almost like a Quado from Total Recall on his back, and it just kind of like, and it's got like all of these, looks like baby arms attached to the spider on its back, and it's like rising up, like it's pushing up with these hands off of his back, and it rips through your little snare that you had there, and it starts to like amass, all the vermin start to come at it. Some of the different plant matter, like the vines and stuff, are like, basically subsuming it and pushing it up. So it's just a baby head on top of this like stock of like vegetable and animal matter as it just rises up and looks down at you.
This is like everything I hate. That's awful. I love it.
Who doesn't hate a baby head? Am I right?
Yeah.
That's magnificently awful.
Nice.
So it rises up. So it did that. That's its action. And then it's going to... It's good for right now. It's going to save it because it doesn't want to ruin a surprise for you. But you guys see that on 12. Oh, let's see. Zoriel. Haven't forgotten about you. Someone roll for me and Zoriel.
I did the last one. Someone else get this one.
Corey's got
it. That's a 13.
You owe
I'm
me.
sorry.
I hit you earlier. You hit me earlier. It's fine. All right, so my evade is 11.
Yep, already got it written down, but unfortunately, still just a partial success, so you take 2 points of damage from this thing.
Okay.
It can't attack you or can't hurt you yet. But as soon as I do, I've got a whole list of things that are going to happen to you when this thing happens. I've written them down in a character sheet.
Can't wait.
Horrible.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
I know. Okay, so that happens. Then it is Electra, who's just burned out Carl's armor. He looks over at you, and he just kind of hugs you. He says, "Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you." And he just kind of holds you and just kind of cries a little bit with this kind of open wound on his arm and a dead skinless rat. Floating you guys in the muck and mire around you, and he just kind of holds you. What are you doing, Electra?
I'm gonna drop the sheath if he's gonna continue to lean on me.
Right.
Is there anything else moving down here, or has that all kind of?
It is in Carl's pants, but
ignoring that one.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah, it might be vermin. Electrocuted.
Partial success.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, he just kind of hugs you, and there's nothing else moving. Actually, there is. You see those the roots and stuff that were dangling from the ceiling? Those are sucked up into the ceiling. That's pretty much what you see from where you're at. So that is the only thing that is moving or has changed down here, except for a very grateful Carl who's hugging you and kind of whimpering a little bit. What are you doing?
Hey, Carl, I gotta get back up to the surface. An old friend of mine just showed up and I need to go take care of him. Apparently. You gonna be okay down here?
I gotta go with you. I gotta go with you. I mean, we
gotta move fast
gotta
then.
get out of here. We gotta get out of here. I gotta call my mom. I gotta call my mom.
All right, take a deep breath. Because trust me, I don't understand why you're freaking out. We gotta run. She's gonna start pulling him towards the surface.
Towards the surface. And you guys make it out, and you see that baby head, multiple arms rising up out of the ground. So that was blah, 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 Agent X. You see this rise before you, this huge thing. And then what? And then what, Agent X? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to shoot it with your little gun? You're going to shoot your little gun at it? Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
What else can the gun do?
The gun can kill people.
Gun, shoot, bullet.
Yes.
Remember human over here.
A capable human.
Capable human, not dead human.
That is true.
Ex-agent human. Black shirt. Yeah,
right.
gun, just shoot gun. Pew pew. It's 14 plus 13.
14 plus 13, that's 27. Minus 10 for its defense. So that's a 17. That is blah, blah, blah. One margin of success on it.
Yes.
So you hit it. And what is the damage of your gun?
Damn it. It's 6. I'm sorry.
That's good.
Attack projectile 6. Yes.
And would you care to add in that 1 point of damage?
Yes.
Margin of success?
Kill baby rat vine situation, whatever it is.
Its side opens up where the bullet goes. So like you're shooting at it and it is like just kind of moving and kind of undulating. Pieces of it are trying to open so that the bullets move through. Basically, it's the special effect of it spending hero points to mitigate some of the damage that's hitting it. But you do damage. There we go. So, what is my thing? Oh, okay. So, cool. So it does. So you do some damage. Stuff is flying off of it, but not as much as you would like. Taking any more actions?
Well, it's solid there.
Okay. So, let's all roll initiative one more time. Just for funsies. And let's see. So give me another initiative roll, folks. And then, let's see.
Ooh, that was not good.
So question on just curiosity's sake.
Uh-huh.
Do double digits on initiative dice also reroll?
Any doubles, you may roll them over. Now, if you roll double ones, the roll counts as a 0. So you could roll doubles, and then roll double ones and still end up with a 0 total.
No. This is double 3, so currently sitting at...
Well, keep it rolling.
16 this time.
So 6, 14 plus what is...
Agent X, what'd you get?
15.
15?
16.
16. Okay. Zoriel?
11.
I love it. Nadira?
Got a rock.
Oh,
No, I got an 8.
that's a solid 8. Electra,
I got a 15.
15. All right, that's pretty good. I got a 20 and a 16. So
Oh no.
things are happening as this thing, the marionette of Dry Arms, kind of raises up and is going to. What's it going to do? It's going to grab you with a lobster claw that is formed from like all of this like matter. So it's this lobster claw is made from the plant matter plus animals and stuff that just kind of form and meld into this claw as it grabs at you. What is your base plus your dex? Agent X, I think it's what, a 13?
Fey plus dex. Yes, 13.
Someone roll the dice for me.
That's a 6.
Oh, yeah. That's a partial. You are partially grappled. Give me a resistance roll, please.
Resistance. So
Give me
plus...
a con, C-O-N, your con, plus your resistance.
Yep.
And since it's only a partial, give it to me at a -3, as this poison is trying to mutate you and take control of your body.
So I'm at a 5, so I want to add Ka to that to at least have a partial.
Okay, so if you spent 1 Ka with that 5, you would get an 8, meaning you would have a partial success.
If I go ahead and spend the 2, that puts me to just a plain success. Yeah?
Yep, just a plain success.
Let's do that. I like not being mind controlled.
Okie dokie. So you take 2 points of damage from the poison because it grabs you. And when it grabs you, the poison goes off, as does the mind control. But you manage to resist the mind control. Actually, you would resist the poison too, since you got a full success on it. So it grabs you, and you can feel like it's trying to like insinuate itself probably into your side as it's trying to poke in. But you kind of twist a little bit, and your suit manages to catch most of it. So actually, your suit is armored as well, your little agent suit. So you don't take any damage from that. Then it's going to throw you away. So for its second action, someone give me a roll, please. And I'm going to spend
6.
6. Let's see, 6 plus the 8 from my con. So that is 14. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you are away. You get thrown away. Yeah, this is going to probably hurt a little bit, but just a little bit because it's not super strong. But nonetheless, you go flying out one of the upstairs windows of this facility. So, Zoriel, you see out the window, you see Agent X flying through the air and is going to land and probably die horribly in a second. That was on 20. Kirkman gets up and says, I'm going to hook you up, and runs and jumps at the wall. Actually, hold on. Who goes on a 16? That would be Agent X, who's in the air. Agent X and Kirkman go at the same time. Flying through the air, Agent X. Anything you want to do?
Be happening as I'm going through that window to reach a hand down and smudge the portal. Is that possible?
Anything is possible if you make the roll.
Okay.
So if that's what you want to do, give it to me. It's going to be really hard. So minus 15, give me an athletics plus dexterity.
Okay. All right. I have 4 Ka left. So I can just
spend those
make
on this roll if you would like.
Huh?
So you can spend up to 3 if you would like. So make the roll first and see if you make it without it, and then you can add on later.
All right, so that's 13 plus 8 is
13 plus 8, you are at what are we at?
21.
Yep, 21.
Okay, and that was minus
15. So you've got a 6 right now.
Okay.
You've got a partial.
So if I spend 2, then I'm at a success plus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you are at a success.
Okay. Let's go for it.
That's what you do?
Yes.
Okay, so he's trying to run through the portal. As you're being thrown, you're sliding across the wall and you try to smear the sigil, which you do. So he hits the wall, and you guys hear bottles breaking in his tool belt, and you guys hear that sizzle and fizz of the Zima as it's mixing into the groundwater, polluting the groundwater, making this into a super site that needs to be cleaned up by the government now because it's full of Zima. So you managed to do that. You go through the window. You're flying out the window. That was on 16. Then we go to 15, Electra. She's flying out the window. She goes out. And what are you doing?
Not sure I'm going to be able to catch her because I don't move that fast. I am going to kind of give Marionette the stink eye, and
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him.
You're going to shoot Marionette with the stink eye?
Yeah, he's like, didn't we just kill you like a couple of years ago?
You killed me a couple years ago. I'm back and I'm better. Thank you. -10 to your roll.
That would leave me at a +2 total for 18.
18 total?
18 total.
That is a margin of success of 2.
I'm going for 2. I can
Bypass armor. You can increase your initiative by +1. You can disarm it, knock it down, or you can press the attack for later. So you can use that to like basically you've gathered momentum. You have Marionette on the ropes with the pressing attack, or just do an additional 2 points of damage.
I'm gonna do the press the attack thing to maybe give my teammates an advantage, or even just build up some steam for myself. Then I'm also gonna sidestep away from Carl just enough to, not be touching him and reactivate my sheath.
Right. Okay. Carl says, I'm gonna go get the police, and runs out the place.
Good luck, buddy.
So,
at least he's cute.
Agent X, you take 4 points of damage. How much does your suit? What's the PR on your suit?
Believe it's 2. Let me double check that real fast.
If it is 2, then you take
Terraforno.
2 points of damage.
Oh, PR3.
PR3, then you take 1 point of damage. That was Electra. Zoriel, what are you doing out here? Still fighting this thing? It's almost dead. It's shabby looking.
Yeah, Zoriel wants to go ahead and shoot one more time with the railgun and see if he can finish off this mass outside.
Yes, because the mass looks like it's about to eat Carl as he comes out, adding to its own.
So I rolled an 8 +2. Is it going to be -11 again?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I rolled an 8 +2, so 10.
So 10? Okay. Partial success.
Yeah,
okay.
I only have 2 Kai left, so I want to. Do I want to? If I use a Kai, that'll make it a full success.
That will make it a full success if you rolled an 8. Is that what you would like to do?
But I don't know if that's going to finish it off. Yeah, let's go ahead and use the Kai and let's push our luck.
It is still standing, but this thing looks worse for wear.
Okay, I'll shoot again.
Okay, go for it. So add
done the first one. All right, so I know instead of +2, I'm now -3.
Yep.
That's an 8, so it's going to be a 5. So that's a failure.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. I can't use my last Kai on it.
Use your last count. Well,
no, I'm not going to. I'm going to save one.
Fair enough. That happens. Blah 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 blah, and then we get to Nadira. Nadira doing? Why is Nadira?
Well, I think Nadira is going to shoot an arrow at our friend the Marionette.
Okay, go for it. It wants it. Minus what is it? -10 to your roll.
Okay, that's double 6s.
Oh no.
Oh.
You can stop if you would like. A spectacular choke here. You'll roll double sixes, then double ones. We don't want that. No one wants to see
Could be
that.
really cool. I want to see that.
I
I
don't
know.
wanna see
So
that.
it was 12.
They want to see you climb just to see you fall from that high perch.
Okay, so that was 12, 18, 26 on
Don't
the
do
dice.
Don't do it because the cool kids are doing it.
Nope, 26 on the dice. You
Okay.
said it was minus 11, right?
Minus 10.
Minus 10. Okay, so 16 on the die. Plus numbers. Plus 12. So yeah, we'll take that. We'll take a 28.
A 28. That is lots. Okay. So you got 4 margins of success, which means you could do 4 points of damage. You can, or you can mix and match. So you could do two MOSs. You could do 3 MOS and an MOS of 1. So you can mix and match how you would like. So you could stun it. You could knock it back. You can.
I think we're going to. I think we're gonna go with. We're gonna bypass 2 armor.
Okay.
And we're gonna knock down.
Okay. So you knock it down, and you do. How much damage does your flame attack do?
It'll do 5.
And you knock it down. So it hits the wall behind it from this flame. Boom. Or, forgot to tell you as well, with 2 MOS, because it's a flame attack, you could just set it on fire as well.
Yeah, well, we're going to do that too then. Yeah.
So that'll take 2 of the MOSs out of
Okay,
the
so then we will take out the bypass armor.
Okay.
We're going to knock it back and set it on fire.
Okay, so you're doing a knockdown and setting it on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, knockdown and you're setting it on fire. So it's not a knockback. It's hit the ground. You basically toppled this thing, and it bursts into flames from your flame attack. So the arrow hits, flames just course all over its body, and it falls to the ground. That was Nadira on 8. That's solid 8. Then we move back up to the top, and this thing is on the move. Here we go. It is going to attack all of you guys. Who's in the room with it? So Zoriel's not in the room. So it's only Nadira, Electra, and...
No, I got thrown out a window.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
You in this room. So yes, it's going to grapple the both of you. Which one of you, what is Electra's defense?
Defense for Electra is... I don't think she has anything other than her sheath. So is it her evade or is it something else?
Evade plus dex.
So okay. So that would be a 12 for her evade plus dex.
And what is Nadira?
11.
Okay, so give me a roll, someone, for Electra.
Roll double ones.
What?
I didn't. I rolled the 16.
Oh no.
I like the 16 better.
Can we vote?
Electra's grappled and probably being electrocuted, but nonetheless grappled. Now Nadira, someone rolls to attack her.
I'll roll for Nadira.
Yeah, because guess what? It's got Electra in this hand. What did I get?
I rolled double 4s.
I will take that, and I will roll again.
Roll double ones.
Double ones. Nope. That's 15 more.
15 more, so 19 total?
Yep.
Okay. This is what happens.
Oh no.
It grabs an enemy to the left of it, an enemy to the right, and then smashes them together. And these 2 big, coily, weird-looking arms, and just takes and smashes you both.
Oh no.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
Yeah.
Slide to the left.
And
Slide
going
to the right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt for Nadira.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Y'all.
That is 14 points of damage. that you both take.
Yeah,
Boom!
that's out.
Well, you can spend your hero points or Ka points to negate some of that. Each Ka point negates 3 points of damage. If you want to spend it, just for funsies.
I think
Guisies.
Nadira has to.
You don't.
I have to spend Ka.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's not get crazy.
I'm gonna.
Well, no, unless I'm reading this right, I have 12 hit points.
Not for long.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I currently
think I
have
need to-
8.
Yeah.
That's right. So, how many hero points is Nadira spending? How many of those Ka points?
I have 5. I have 5 Ka points left. I will spend.
You can spend
3.
up to 3, and 3
I will
will
spend
negate
3.
9 points of damage.
I will spend 3.
Okay, so 9 points of damage comes off of that 14, meaning you only take 5. Electra,
Oof.
Spending full 3 because that's that's still a lot of damage.
okay, so you spend
Okay.
3, that's 9 points taken off, meaning you take 5 points. You are both smashed together. You both fall to the ground. Yes, you are both prone on the ground now. Boom! You both just kind of like flop to the ground and are kind of just laying there for a second, meaning you guys need to spend an action to get up if you want to get up. But smacked, that happened. Kirkman. Oh, yes.
The thing that grapples me, and this is also unfortunately going to probably affect Nadira, for which I do apologize. I do have my sheath on. Did he take that damage from that?
I did, and I spent a Ka point to negate it. So as it picked
Okay.
you up, those things burned like it's just burning. You are burning in its hand, and
Okay.
it just smashes you two together. But quick enough that Nadira really doesn't take any significant amount of damage from that, and you're both just laying.
Or I see it coming fast enough that it just go drop.
Exactly.
I'm happy with this judgment.
You're happy with that judgment?
Yeah.
What is Agent X doing outside?
Sloshing through the swamp, getting back to her friend.
Right? You are running back in as Kirkman is running back out. Now Kirkman is just there with a tool belt with pieces of glass sticking out of it. Does not have his trench coat on anymore. Big old blister mark on its back like it had some type of cyst or lymphoma on its back. And he is running out in a pair of flip-flops, Speedo, and a tool belt.
To save my family is greater than my desire to throttle Kirk, so she's going to go into the factory to save her friend.
Yeah, says Kirkman. He says, you do you, and he takes off running toward the swamp and the lake. You get back in, you see Nadira, you see God dang it, Electra on the ground. What are you doing?
I have a gun and it shoots.
I have a gun and it shoots.
I have the utility belt. I have like 2 more charges of that, I think.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Is there any hold action in this game?
Absolutely. You're gonna take a moment. You're assessing, trying to figure something out.
Can the utility belt? Can you shoot tranks?
I don't know if that works on meat vine baby amalgamation.
Well, in your utility belt, you might have something. Basically, tell me what effect you want, and I will attribute a power to it, and then we'll go with that. Because you have all these little things. You basically have what you think you might need to have to a certain extent in that belt.
Because to a degree, I've dealt with some of this before-ish.
Yes, so you might have something that you can use in that.
Okay. So I'm going to continue to go on hold, mostly because I want to figure out exactly what action I'm attempting here.
Probably. We'll get back to you.
Yep.
As this thing lumbers at Zoriel outside still. Still coming. It's the Walking Dead by now because it's almost dead, but not quite. Because Zoriel has nickeled and dimed this thing to death. Someone give me a roll for this vermin monster. I love not rolling. Because I get to use up your luck and your energy. I'm saving mine for later.
Michael, you don't want to.
Corey, are you rolling? Okay.
What?
I rolled a 3.
3
That's
times
a
what I
one.
needed to roll.
No.
I don't like that roll. Roll again.
I almost rolled a double 1 for you. It's a
Oh,
1 and a
I like
2.
You should have rolled double 2s, then you could have rolled again. You're not playing the game right. Okay, Doriel, again, you managed to sidestep danger. That was on 16. And then we move over to Electra, laying on the ground, stunned. This thing's towering over you, getting ready to move and bring you into itself, adding you to its collective.
I
Should-
know I
Oh.
have to.
Yes. Agent X.
Player doesn't remember. Agent X probably does. How did we take out the marionette last time?
You disconnected a train car and it went into the lake. That
Oh,
looks familiarly like this lake. 5
we
years
made
ago.
a problem for future us. I see.
That's right.
I thought we killed them. Too.
I thought we at least took it into custody. I
No,
don't
I-
remember.
I
You
thought
took
we killed
some
him,
of
but we still had the train to deal with.
Mm.
I can't remember.
Actually, you guys stopped the train, I think, at the end, but some of it did get away.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
Well, I know I have to spend an
Now-
action to unstun.
No.
However-
Well, you have to spend an action to get up because you're not
Okay.
actually stunned because that's an actual effect that can be put on you. You guys are just knocked down, which means if you wanted to use your full defense, like your evade, you would have to get up because right now you guys are just laying there, which means it can actually get a
Oh.
bonus to smash into the ground more. Now,
And
Agent X, if you can't think of anything, what you can do is take your action to benefit someone else's action. So you would be creating basically a benefit for them by giving them some type of advantage. You can do that with your Omni gadget, or you can just do that through your actions, like I'm distracting it, or I'm giving it like just a little burn on its arm, or something like that. So
Let's do that. Let's distract it with my piddly little pop shot gun here.
okay, this is what I need you to do then. Give me a combat rating plus your performance.
Okay. Da 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 da. Sorry, my.
And Electra, what are you doing?
I know I also spent the MOS from last round to press the advantage. Or
Yep.
press the attack. I'm not going to get up because this. I'm perfectly happy on the ground.
You're going to roll
Yeah.
the dope it.
Yeah, I am going to resheath myself. I was on a date, you bastard,
That's right.
and shoot it.
I got a 21 on that.
Okie doke. So this is what we'll do. You got a 21. We're going to give you a penalty. -4 on top of that. So instead of a 21, you got a 17. You got a margin of success. Everyone inside that warehouse is going to get a +2 additional bonus to their next action. Because Agent X is doing, making fart noises. I don't know. Yeah, shoot, boom, 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 boom. And it's trying to move looking at her. However, Electra from the ground does what? Because now you have a +4. You have the pressing of the attack, plus you have that additional +2. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Like I said, I was on a date. I was having a good time. Actually allowed to be a normal young woman. Bastard. Shooting in the face. But I have the additional pluses because that's a 7. So that's a 7 on the die. What are my pluses and minuses?
You have a
what is my
-10
minus?
to your roll.
-10 to my roll. So that's a +2 plus. That's not bad. +4. So it's +6. So 7 plus 6 is 13.
So that is a success. That's what you want to do? Do you
Yep.
want to use up any of those Ka points? You can add an additional 3 points of damage per Ka. Or do you want to save those for later just in case something happens?
I'm going to save those for later because I'm sitting at 3 health points right now. She's
Okay.
looking rough.
So you do boom, boom, boom. Hold on, let me look at my points here, and I've spent quite a few to make you guys' lives miserable. And you blast it. A substantial chunk of it just starts to burn away. You hear screams from little possums and little alligators and stuff as they burn away. The room smells like old crusty man Zima and horror in here. Anything else you'd like to do, Electra, from the ground?
I know it's a -5.
It's an
And I would
additional +5.
Yeah. So that would put me at it's -15. So it's -3 to my roll, but I still have the +2 from the help action. Do I still also have the +2 from press the attack?
No, you've lost actually both those. So those go for one action. So that
Okay,
+2
one action.
from Agent X is gone, and your +2 from the pressing is gone. So you are just meat and potatoes, Electra, which is enough. -5.
Yeah, so it's a grand total of -3, doing all the adjustments.
Do it.
Or 7, which I will. It's 7. I don't know if that's partial or if that's.
That would be a partial if you got a total of 7. So you're solid with that partial?
Yep.
Okay. You see from her back, Electra just starts electrocuting this thing, and then raises up just a little bit more, continues to electrocute this thing, and then it explodes into lots of little pieces of particulate matter that gets in your mouth because you guys are all awed by this thing. She just went off, just blew it up, and bits and pieces of the marionette are laying around this place.
Can we burn this thing?
You're gonna burn it? What is Zoriel doing outside while Electra is? Oh, actually, Zoriel. Yep, you are next, Zoriel.
Zoriel wants to once and for all kill this mass of whatever it is, by unloading the railgun on it, basically.
Okie dokie.
All right, +2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at 11 total.
11 total. That does do it because this thing was hanging on by a thread. So you managed to murder that thing outside too. So you just shoot the last little pieces of it, which the last pits of vermin that were inside this thing. There is, a possum, a game designer, and a bunch of roaches. And you managed to put it to bed. So you feel pretty satisfied about yourself.
I do. Damn game designer. So you got to put them down when you can.
You're like, you scrape it off your shoe with a stick.
And then I want to head. Zoriel wants to head inside the mine as quickly as possible to find their crew.
Okay, you find them. They're all standing around. I don't know what you guys are doing around the corpse thing of the marionette with dry arms.
Nadira's still standing up and like dusting herself off after the collision.
Sweetheart, I'm just saying, the last guy was like a cult leader. Carl's a little bit of an improvement here, but your choice in partners here is really starting to irk me a little bit. And can you just ease your mom's heart a little here? Like, you're causing me agita. I don't want any agita.
Listen, not even the partner per se, but I mean, really, an abandoned copper processing plant on a date? Dear, you've got to have more sense.
I can multitask.
Did you get strange?
You did get a lot of strain.
That's what I was supposed to ask. I think you got strange. That's what I was told.
Fine, Zora, you're allowed to ask that. Sweetheart.
Oh, yes, sorry. No, ow, rib. Hi. Yes, who taught him that?
Strange. You're getting embarrassed. You're blushing, sweetheart. Electra.
Nothing happened. God, that would be the worst place to have fun. Can we concentrate on how we learned that phrase? Ow, my ribs.
you can just add moist to the front of that strange.
Oh no!
And whatever other word irks people, a moist strange. But
Oh, no.
what are you? What are the four of you doing now?
Accosting Electra about her date.
Yeah. That's right. Browbeating her for her choice
Multitask.
So,
of gentle companion.
are we going to talk about the portals?
We need to. Was that what?
I-
Electra hasn't paid attention to the walls. She just came out and saw a marionette, and she had words.
Big can one of those portals get?
Oh, mother, flipper.
Nadira, you know that it just depends on how big you draw the sigil and how much power you're willing to put
Yes.
into it.
Yeah,
So,
there's
these-
more. Sorry, go ahead, Nadira.
These portals can be as large as one can draw the sigil and can transport, well, as much as the power you are willing to spend to open it.
All right. Well,
If
it
there
looks like
were symbols all over the city.
Well, it seems as though the Stone Mothers have one in their New Age library.
No, the individual symbols in the murals.
well, that would be a problem. So do we focus on that or the body sacks in the lower level?
The what?
It-
The body what,
Organic.
dear?
Excuse me?
organic sacks of digested humans downstairs. That's what I freaked out about.
That is strange.
Now he at least knows the real meaning of the word.
And if you guys go down there, you see what was described earlier and what blew Electra's mind, except now you guys also see down in there, you see Delilah and Thera in their own individual sacks, and you see like they're just kind of moving around a little bit as they're trying to scream, but all that comes up is just gouts of air being replaced by the fluid in their lungs. So you see that down there, and you see, and they're just hanging there like little meaty figs, semi-transparent fig sacks of juice and people.
Strange. And that strange. Two different stranges. Now, can we try and get these girls out of here?
When you open
Yeah.
them, it smells like the inside of someone's mouth before they brush their teeth in the morning.
Ah,
Yeah, it smells like when you get bread stuck in the back of your gum, and then it comes back up like a day later, and it's that little hard, mushy goo.
all the good
No, thank
stuff.
you.
So you let do you let everyone out, or
Yeah.
everyone who might look viable, or just everyone in general?
Yeah. Well, it depends on what sort of a time crunch we're on. Let's get some people that are possibly going to make it.
Fair enough. You start at one side and triage all the way. And you guys see in this room, you guys let them out, and in the corner, you see little like milk crates with empty Zima bottles. And you see that juice is just in 55-gallon drums, and it's just sitting there. So there's that.
Oh,
Wasn't Weird Kirk trying to collect this?
He was putting it in Zima bottles.
You couldn't tell the difference. Zima bottles, or Zima, or people juice.
Wait, Zoriel drank this?
Zoriel, do you just I don't know
You
your
feel-
biological process, but go purge over somewhere away from us.
Yeah, Zoriel basically takes like 5 big steps over somewhere and purges whatever they can.
Whatever they can.
Whatever, it doesn't even matter. It's just everything.
The Zima out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
thought of it, the memory, whatever. If they purge the memory as well, that'd be appreciative.
You purge
All right.
the entirety of what you've experienced here out. And You feel a little bit better. You feel a little lighter when it comes back up. And you feel better about yourself as a human, knowing that that slurry is not swishing around inside your belly anymore. So you guys let out some of the survivors. Skeevy and Scooter managed to make it out of that van. What are you guys going to do now?
We got to get back to that city if there are more of those sigils.
Okay. Is that what you guys are doing? You guys got anything else you would like to do? Or you guys
defacing some art?
Okay, you go around defacing art. Well, you guys get back to the town, and the music festival is going right now. Some band is on stage 1 playing while another band is on stage 2. There's the tent with your hydration tents and your medical tents and your what have you tents, all your hucksters and stuff around the place, buskers outside the event, and you guys are moving around defacing art, gentrified art around here. Terrible. A lot of money and a lot of time went into this, and you guys are just going around screwing it up in some way or other. Anything else you guys would like to do?
Keep an eye out for what to Electra she only knows as weird old guy that was hosting Marionette, unless they've told her his name.
Okay.
She's gonna keep an eye out for him.
Okay.
Maybe also make a detour by the medical tent to get at least some painkillers.
Fair enough.
We should also probably talk to Maxine and the Stone Mothers and let them know what we found. They seem to be in the know a little bit about something going on in town.
Okay.
You may be able to help stop it if you trust them.
Okay, so Nadira's going to go talk to Maxine. Electra is going to the medical tent and defacing art because you guys hate people being enlightened with, expressions of the soul. That's fine.
She draws little smiley faces in the circles of all the sigils and makes other crosses and loops.
Oh, no, now you've changed it. Now when people go through, they turn into clowns. So, I'm a hobo clown. I'm a silly clown. So you got all the different clowns. But what is Zoriel and Agent X doing? We've got Nadira talking to Maxine. And
X was also looking at the art around town and just trying to upset the sigil.
Cool. So Electra and Agent X running around town destroying art. There you go. And what about Zoriel?
Zoriel is kind of probably walking behind one of the other members, not really paying attention. And everywhere that he sees someone drinking a drink, he walks over and tips it over. People juice, bad. People juice, bad. Every time he sees someone taking a drink, it's just people juice.
Just people
juice.
Now, are you only doing that when they have a Zima?
No,
or
with anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Any liquid.
Fair enough.
Liquid in the cup is
there
fair
are
game to be
lots of
juice.
upset people trying to drink their, sponsored drinks.
Yeah, they're $18 beers.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of $18 beers.
People juice.
Oh,
Bad.
man. Exactly. That starts up roll initiative as people. So you're doing that. So we're going to say you went with Nadira, Zoriel and Nadira. And Maxine, Nadira, says, do not, we've spent so much time doing that. And Kirkman used to be a part of our coven at one point, but became strange a few years ago. And so we had to kick him out. But if he's using our technology, we can control that. So please, don't deface our art. We have a purpose here in town.
That may have already happened.
Well, can we stop?
Well, again, our comms are typically open. At least that's been the
right, the precedent that's already been set.
The precedent's been set. So over the comms, of course, everyone is hearing, please don't deface our art. It has a purpose.
Right.
mean, ask the
Ixnay.
purpose.
Ixnay on defacement A.
There are already smiley faces all over town. We gotta know a little bit more here.
Maxine, we're going to do our best.
What is the purpose for the sigils? Are they protective?
No, they're for our teleportation. We do a lot around here, and it's been perverted by Kirkman. I wish
Such
we
as-
knew earlier.
What do the Stone Mothers do?
Well, she says, and she closes the door. And kind of leans in and tells you that they've been slowly rebuilding the city from when it was just a copper mining town. And basically helping everyone in the town, enlightening them, and also using the collective Ka energy that the people of the town have to work different types of magic so they can manipulate the surrounding area. So they are trying to basically terraform this area using Ka into their little piece of paradise that they can then close off. And then once they close it off, then they can start expanding. And she tells you this because you're Atlantean and you're cool with this, right? Gonna make the world.
I agree with your mission.
We're just here to protect and to bring everyone into our fold.
If there's a chance for Electra to interrupt,
Okay.
she's gonna over the comms. That creepy old dude is still around. I'm assuming that's Kurt, whatever creepy
Yes.
freak face.
Kirkman.
Yeah, so he's still around. So right now they can replace the art, but until he's taken care of, the art has to. Sorry, just tell her sorry for me. I'm a teenage hooligan.
Right. So, and so you're still looking for Kirkman. Agent X still defacing art.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
What
yeah,
about the one
Electra
that
said that
doesn't have the
over
sigil?
comms to Nadira, by the way.
Okay. And Zoriel, as she's telling, Maxine is telling Nadira this. What is Zoriel doing?
Probably just waiting for instruction on what we should do next, where we're headed. So,
Okay. Just looking probably inside the New Age shop.
yeah, probably picking up every little knick-knack and
Okay.
thing he shouldn't touch. He's
Yeah,
absolutely going to touch
crystals,
and grab, and crystals and
sage,
yeah,
patchouli.
things that move. He's moving them, and yes.
He's so
You do find Kirkman at the festival, just dancing around the giant metal sculpture that they have at the center that they are going to, ignite at the culmination of the show. Kind of like Burning Man, except, this one, just looks like a big alligator and stuff. But this one's full of like all sorts of moist matter inside of it. So yes, it is basically going to be a giant sculpture that people can drink from at the end. And it is full of juice. And yeah, people are there basically lining up like they were at an ice sculpture. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that where people like line up at the ice sculpture as they pour the drink and then they just sit there and they drink it. That's kind of what's happening here right now as everyone's drinking from this giant crocodile representing the town of Conrad Hills, which is full of like, a nice kind of briny, salty liquid. This tastes like sweat, but it's making my toes tingle, says someone. It's making my fingers feel funny, says another. And,
it's really disgusting.
it's a little disgusting.
People worth saving.
But yeah,
Agent X and I kind of reconnected at this point.
oh yeah, you guys can absolutely be wherever you need to be.
Agent X says that are people worth saving.
Well, they're
I don't
dancing
think they
around
know.
people in various states of undress as they dance around at this festival, drinking from this crocodile. Kirkman is encouraging everyone as he's dancing around with his tool belt, now full of probably like Twizzlers and very moist Twinkies that he's handing out to people. You know,
it's worse than a rave.
Yes, and he does not have a health certificate or a health card. But
we failed to take care of the BBEG.
The BBEG.
we failed to take care of the big bad. There he is, right there.
Exactly. Which is Kirkman. He's like, yeah, everyone come get some of this juice. Come on, let's party. Come on, people.
We need to stop him. I don't want to touch him.
He's a little shiny, a little greasy.
I don't want that. Just can I just?
No, go ahead. I'm not there. I'm with Maxine. So, or Nadir is with Maxine. So, this is all the two of you.
X, can I just? You see, kind of like this static electricity play across the fingers of one of Electra's hands. Can I just zap him?
Yeah. He's a zap. This guy he is not built villainously at all. This is crazy old dude. So
she's subtler approach, but let's just nip this one in the bud. You go right for it, honey. I know you can do this.
I can do both.
Just give me a roll and don't roll double ones, and this guy is incapacitated.
Yeah, well, with
that being said, please roll double ones.
That's a 1 and an 8. So sorry.
Well, roll that 8 again, and let's see what you get. Let's see if we can get that to a 1. No, you zap him. I mean, this guy's inconsequential. He is a facilitator, and you zap him. And basically, the Stone Mothers ideally would like to indoctrinate everyone and enlighten everyone in the town. Therefore, they do a lot of public works. Kirkman, he's just doing the bidding of his master, who was strapped to his back underneath his trench coat, and keeping him out of trouble.
Sheet. It says that I look like a Fed. Can I just hold up my thing and say, health code violations, everyone stop drinking from the alligator. Please back away from the alligator. We need a 10-foot radius around the alligator.
Someone's got like their beer bong hooked up to it, and they are like imbibing like, just copious amounts of this slurry of like, and they're like, ugh, is that raisins?
Botulism, actually. Now, back away from the alligator. Everyone, back away from the alligator.
Is the alligator conductive?
It is, because it's a metal frame that they built out of like the scrap metal. Actually, it's very conductive since it's built out of the copper from the pieces from the copper mines.
Electra's going to pull her punch enough to make it feel like a very painful static zap, but it's still going to be a zap. She's just going to brush up against it
and just electrify the. Okay, well, you might have like the side effect of actually boiling this juice, and now it smells like a big rotten bouillon cube cooking in here. Bouillon and stomach acid, maybe. But you guys managed to stop it. So there is a concert. It does happen. There was a health code violation where no one's drinking from the alligator anymore. And you guys managed to stop whatever nefarious activities happening there. Now, are you guys going to move against the Stone Mothers, or are you guys just going to let that one lie? They're just doing good work making empanadas and, basically doing food banks and book fairs and things like that. That's all they do. And weird magic.
Only if they don't argue against us, taking
Kirkman
that thing with us.
They're like, have at it, they tell you. So
fine. Utopia bubble seems a little sus, but it's the least of the evils that we've seen recently.
Right. How coming from, and again, Maxine, coming from an Atlantean, perhaps less indoctrination, and just do good work.
Well, we are doing good work, but humans are pretty ignorant, and think of them like clay. We're just molding them into something that's useful. I mean, look over there, and you see Skeevy and Scooter, this guy and his dog, just sitting there probably like partying and dancing and stuff, body paint. Maybe he's got wings on his back and some kind of weird fez on his head or something. They're like, we're just trying to build them up to something that can be usable in the days to come.
I understand, but there is also something to be said for letting them live their lives, as long as they're not hurting anybody.
Oh, of course. As they're passing out empanadas. But the festival goes off, and you guys have managed to stop it, and that is your guys' adventure, the Godsend Agenda. Now, if this was like an actual ongoing game, you could set forth an agenda in the game and then try and change the world around you. And that agenda is basically set by you and the GM. So the Stone Mother's agenda is basically, on a small scale to indoctrinate this town, and from there to spread out. Where Kirkman's agenda is basically to infect everyone at this festival and let them disseminate across, the county. Everyone who came to the fair would have a belly full of juice when they went home and be able to allow the marionette to control them. So, just whatever. And whatever you guys' agendas were, if you guys decided to stay in this town, which you guys could say, we want to do this, we want to clean up crime or get rid of murals, and that would be your agenda. So that was the game. You guys would probably end up getting renown for it. And in the game, renown equals experience. So the more renowned you get, the more awesome you become, which means the more points you put on your character, which means the more awesome things you can do. More awesome things you can do means more renown, which means the more awesome things you get to put on your character sheet. So that's how.
It seems like it's a circle. Yeah, it seems like there's a circle.
Yeah, there's an absolute feedback loop and trying to get you to do more awesome stuff, to get more renown, to get more points to put on your character, to do more awesome stuff. So if we were to play it, continually, there would be more shenanigans and stuff like that. But that was the Godsend Agenda, and I really appreciate you guys playing and allowing me to share with you. Because you guys,
oh, Jerry,
this was so cool.
Yeah, this is fun.
It was so much fun.
I appreciate that. You guys, you're bringing out of me. You bring out all the shenanigans and stuff. And you guys add to it. It's like a stone soup. So basically, I just gave you guys a broth, and you guys brought potatoes and carrots and celery and what have you. We made sausage.
Baby, we got a stew going.
People juice.
Yeah, people juice and stuff. We got people juice and strange in our soup. No wonder my throat's sore. But no, that's how those are the adventures. So I really appreciate it, guys, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do this again with some other game. I mean, you guys pick the game, and I will come back and I will ruin it for you. So
I'm gonna speak for John, even though I know he's here. I'm sure John would love to have you in pretty much anything we do.
Well, I've got an assortment of games. Hold on. If you would like, we could play Hellas, World of Sun and Stone, which is a Greek space opera where you play heroes in a science fiction setting. Hold on. What else I got here? What else I got going on?
I don't think I've ever heard the words Greek space opera all together like that.
All for it.
We can play Atlantis, the Second Age, which is a sword and sorcery fantasy game.
Oh, nice.
Or we could play, hold on, got a little bit of something. We could play Bastion, which is an Afrocentric sword and sorcery apocalypse game. Or, I don't know what else I got going on here. We could try to run Orun, which is an Afrocentric space opera game. I got a little bit of everything. But
sounds like you'll be back, and we'll be playing some games.
We could play something else. It doesn't have to be anything necessarily that I had a hand in because
You have cool things that I haven't heard
Yeah.
of before.
No, that's yes.
I know.
Also, lots of space opera is happening, and opera
Yep.
is like my favorite 5-letter
Yeah.
word. So
Yeah.
Or we could just do some type of Mythic D6 game. You guys come up with the concept, and we can run it with Mythic D6. So
Wow.
yeah, there's a little bit of everything. You guys come up with something, and I would be happy. And again, doesn't have to be mine. If you guys want to play Forbidden Lands, Mutant Year Zero, some Dungeons and Dragons, we could do anything. We could do some cyberpunk. We could do some.
You know, John, I'm
Oh,
willing to bet.
snap!
I'm
What
willing
if
to
I
bet.
ran cyberpunk for
Oh,
you guys?
wait.
yeah,
Yeah,
I could,
I was gonna say. I was
could read
just about to say.
it. Yeah. No, I'm good for anything. I am what is it? I am promiscuous. I am gaming promiscuous. I am polygame. I play all sorts of games.
yep. I'm looking at my walls.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's right. I'll bring a slurry of juice. We can play.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
Hey,
Yeah.